turning the voucher over in her fingers. And I said, you don't have to bring me. You and the girls are always talking about ESPA at the Europe. Give a voucher for the Europe Hotel and Resort Killarney. A stay with us stays with you forever. Visit theeurope.com.
You're finally able to travel as normal again. So here's a brief refresher on how to take the train. The train, for those who don't remember, is the big, long thing that runs on tracks. Face coverings, of course, must be worn. On board, you can relax, watch the world go by, take a nap, or even listen to music from the popular hit parade. Please do not dance on the train. If traveling with a spouse or acquaintance, engage them in light conversation, or break out the cards for a spirited game of bridge. Yes, it's all fun and games on the train. Rediscover the joy of the train with great fares at irishrail.ie. Éireann Road Éireann, part of the Transport for Ireland network.
A healthy immune system is the key to your good health. Take a safe and simple step to protect yourself with Alflorex Immune. Alflorex Immune from Precision Biotics combines a single-strain bacterial culture with extra-strength vitamin D to support your immune system. Ask your pharmacist for more information or at your nearest health food store. Protect yourself with Alflorex Immune.
Something exciting is happening at Dunnes Stores. The Dunnes Stores Christmas Millionaire Draw is now on, with winners in every store every week. For our grand prize, one lucky shopper will become our Dunnes Stores Christmas Millionaire, winning 1 million value club card points. That's your shopping for the whole year worth €10,000. Simply come in store and swipe your value club cards to enter. Swipe and win today with the Dunnes Stores Christmas Millionaire Draw. Terms and conditions apply. See dunnesstores.com for details.
This is the new Toyota Yaris Cross. A new kind of SUV, a new point of view, new compact style, new spacious feel, and exclusively self-charging hybrid. The right choice for today. Get a new perspective with the Yaris Cross self-charging hybrid. You'll never take a wrong turn with Toyota. Built for a better world.
Now at Power City, save from €50 to €250 on a Bosch kitchen bundle when you buy 2 or more large Bosch kitchen appliances. For more information, go online to powercity.ie or call in store today.
The News Run on Off the Ball
with Gillette, proud sponsors of Movember. Gentlemen, start your razors.
This is News Talk.
A very good evening and welcome to Tallaght Stadium for the World Cup qualifier between the Republic of Ireland and Slovakia. A historic night for the women's game in this country. The biggest ever crowd for a Republic of Ireland international, heading towards a sellout on a bitterly cold night in Tallaght, and a crucial 3 points at stake for the Republic of Ireland this evening. After that victory against Finland put them in pole position to secure a playoff spot. Well, they need to back it up over the next week with both Slovakia and Georgia coming to town. We are just 5 or so minutes away from kickoff. Full live commentary on Off the Ball this evening. We're with you all the way through until 10 o'clock. And once again, alongside me, and bringing the cold weather with her, is the Republic of Ireland's all-time leading caps holder, Emma Byrne.
Hello.
How are you?
Very, very good. And I'm not cold at all. You need to stop whinging about the weather. It's absolutely fine.
We won't mention it again. We will not mention it again tonight. So as you can hear, the crowd have been making their way in for the last hour or so. The players are just making their way out onto the pitch here in Tallaght, right across from us here in our commentary box at the East Stand. They're making their way through the tunnel over on the West Stand and greeted to rapturous reception here in Tallaght this evening. Well, the last time we were here, less than a month ago, the Republic of Ireland put up a spirited performance against one of the best sides in the world, Sweden. Unfortunately, Louise Quinn on goal enabled Sweden to come away with all 3 points, but Ireland went over to Helsinki to take on Finland and came away with a huge victory, a 2-1 win, but now they need to back it up tonight. The expectation is for 6 points tonight and on Tuesday night as we prepare for the 2 national anthems, starting with the Slovakian national anthem. this evening already for our own Naveen. Never qualified for a major tournament. Maybe, just maybe, there's an opportunity to head to Australia and New Zealand in the summer of 2023. Well, if that dream is to become a reality, nights like this are all important. In previous qualification campaigns, there have been slip-ups, there have been banana skins. Ireland can't afford any of those this evening. Vera Pauw has the advantage of being able to name an unchanged side for the third consecutive qualifier. So Courtney Brosnan continues in goals for the Republic of Ireland. That despite the addition of Grace Walsh to the squad, she's among the substitutes tonight. Once again, a back five for the Republic of Ireland with Anya O'Gorman and Katie McCabe, the wing backs. Niamh Fahey and Louise Quinn, huge amount of experience in the centre of defence, alongside Savannah McCarthy, who's made a massive impression in those first couple of games. Jamie Finn and Megan Connolly alongside Denise O'Sullivan in midfield, and we expect Lucy Quinn will partner Heather Payne in leading the line for the Republic of Ireland. It is a vastly experienced Slovakian side. Their goalkeeper, their most familiar player who plays her club football with AC Milan, but no shortage of players with 50, 60, 70, even well over 100 caps in this side. They have already played Sweden and Finland. A 1-0 defeat against Sweden, a 2-1 defeat against Finland. This is going to be a dogged Slovakian side that come here this evening. Right now, Sweden are currently playing Finland in a game that will obviously have a lot of consequences for the Republic of Ireland, and it is still 1-1 in that game. Vera Pauw, ahead of this match, said she wasn't quite sure what she wanted. I dare say she wanted a Swedish victory.
Absolutely. I mean, there is no other outcome. I'm just praying and praying that Sweden are going to get another goal or turn the screw or just go into another gear, because we know they can do it. And you know, it would be a bit of a disaster if Finland managed to get anything out of this game, and we didn't expect them to get anything out. So I'm just hoping that Sweden will go up that extra gear and get another goal.
Yeah, Sweden, it hasn't quite happened for them so far in this campaign. They weren't exactly convincing against the Republic of Ireland. They weren't convincing against Slovakia either. And now Finland with an opportunity to really gain a point. The way we all saw this was that Sweden would top the group, and that Finland and the Republic of Ireland will battle it out for second, and that's why those 3 points over in Helsinki felt so important. Ireland can't think about that right now. All they'll be thinking about is taking 3 points tonight against Slovakia and 3 points on Tuesday night back here in Tallaght against Georgia. We are ready to go. The referee gives the first blow of the whistle and everybody takes the knee. I don't think Heather Payne was quite ready for that as she kicks the ball back. Jelena Cvetkovic of Serbia is tonight's referee. All Serbian officials, and she looks to the side and waits for the nod, and we are on the way, and it is Heather Payne who gets us started here in Tallaght, and straight away it's an early touch for Louise Quinn, and they play it out to the left hand side, and it is Ireland, as we expected, playing with that back three, with Niamh Fahey on the right, Louise Quinn in the middle, and Savannah McCarthy on the left. And it is Niamh Quinn of Liverpool who's in possession of the ball, rolls it to Team Manchester United's Orman O'Gorman on this right hand touchline. Can't quite find the pass forward there for Lucy Quinn, and an opportunity for Slovakia to get some early possession. They're playing down to our left hand side, down towards the packed stout stand. Slovakia in their white kit, navy blue shorts and white socks, and the Republic of Ireland green jerseys, white shorts and green socks, playing down to our right hand side, this side, the north side, the square side, where currently no stand, and slow to fill up around Tallaght. I think traffic was pretty heavy coming out as there's a long ball forward from Slovakia. Louise Quinn happy to let it bounce back to Courtney Brosnan.
Yeah, I think this game tonight is going to be a game about transitions. We've seen already that when Ireland are in possession of the ball, they're happy to play three at the back, which I'm happy about as well, because it allows Katie McCabe and Anya O'Gorman to push up the pitch, which is what we want. But when Slovakia win the ball back, at the moment in defence, they're playing a 4-1-4-1. When Slovakia win the ball back, they go to a 4-3-3. And that's when things might get a little bit difficult for Ireland. They must get behind the ball when they're not in possession.
The roars for Denise O'Sullivan. Beautiful control. She tries to squeeze her way through in the right-hand angle of the area. Wonderful first touch from Denise O'Sullivan. Just couldn't quite get it out of her feet, though. And then Slovakia trying to play up the left-hand side with Mirova, who is their all-time leading scorer, playing on this left-hand side for Slovakia. Just plays it off Anya O'Gorman. It's a throw-in to the visitors midway inside their own half, down this near side. The Slovakian left, thrown into the middle of the pitch. Denise O'Sullivan has to go scurrying off in chase of Storna Vankova, who is their captain, and makes good yardage for the Slovakians. And over on the right-hand side, Ireland have a little bit of defending to do, but there's a loose ball, and now it's collected. And now an opportunity for Jamie Finn, who looks to skip past the initial challenge, but it was a cynical foul to bring Lucy Quinn down, and it gives Ireland the free kick just about 10 yards inside their own half. And there's going to be a quiet word with Wojtakova, and
yeah,
I think just because it's so early in the game, inside the opening 3 minutes,
it was
she gets away without a yellow card.
Yeah, it should have been a card. It was definitely a professional foul. But Ireland did really well when they lost possession. They all got behind the ball very, very quickly, and actually Skorovankova did really well. She carried the ball. She's a powerful, quick player. Denise O'Sullivan couldn't catch her, so they have to be wary of that, because Slovakia do like to play on the counter. So Ireland still have to be quite careful when they lose possession to make sure that they have enough numbers in defence.
Throw into Ireland, deep inside the Slovakian half. Coming down this right-hand side is Heather Payne, but she loses possession again. Slovakia can't clear their lines, and now there's an opportunity for Payne. Edge of the area, gives it to Denise O'Sullivan. Right on the edge of the D, thought about taking the right-footed shot, was closed down quickly, and it goes out to the left-hand side in the first touch of this game for the Republic of Ireland captain Katie McCabe. Brings it towards the end line, needs a little bit of support over there, finds herself quite isolated, none coming at the moment. Eventually there are options, but she's just engaged in a little bit of wrestling over by the corner flag, and we'll get another opportunity. The ball right down by the corner flag on the far side of the pitch, and eventually Slovakia do manage to turn it out of play, but it'll be a throw in to Ireland over on the left hand side. And Katie McCabe, as I say, probably could have done with a little bit of support, a little bit quicker from Megan Connolly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I thought she got there a little bit late herself. I think she could have been up there a little bit quicker and earlier. There was enough space over there on the left-hand side for her to fill that space, and Denise was looking to play her in. She arrived a little bit late, but she was completely isolated. So Katie McCabe actually did really well to hold the ball and keep it in the Slovakian half.
Heather Payne just gives away the free kick. Felt like a big night, Heather Payne, over in Helsinki. Covered every blade of grass, and the same going to be expected tonight for the Roscommon woman playing her club football over in Florida State. And Slovakia try and build over on the right hand side, but again a little bit sloppy in possession, and Katie McCabe will have the throw in. We touched on it in the pre-show earlier with Adrian. Katie McCabe's role tonight will sum up a lot about what Ireland are trying to do. Can they get her on the front foot?
Exactly, and you know, we spoke about it pre-game about keeping her higher up the pitch. I would, if Vera Pauw wanted to play a little bit more defensively, or she's a little bit worried about the counter-attacking style that Slovakia play, I would ask Anya to sit back a little bit. I would not hold Katie McCabe back there. I'm going to ask Katie McCabe to get into their half. Look how much space she has on that left-hand side. If we can switch that ball quick enough, she's got oodles of space. It's a 1v1, which she'll absolutely relish.
Anya O'Gorman, 111th cap tonight, lays it just behind Heather Payne, and Denise O'Sullivan can't get on the end of it, but Ireland pressing high on Slovakia, and Slovakia are going to have to try and find a way through them with Storm Vankova, and back it goes then to Horvatova, and brings it up towards the halfway line. Katie McCabe in quickly, and then just bundling over Mirova over there. Not afraid to get stuck in very early on, right under the nose of the Republic of Ireland manager Vera Pauw.
Well, we were speaking about Slovakia as a team in the pre-match talk, and Dora Gorman mentioned about how Slovakia have been improving and have been advancing, and you can really see that. They're playing some really nice football. They play really nicely through the units. The midfield is very well connected with the back four and well connected with the front three when they're front three. And I think, I think Ireland are a little bit on the back foot here. Slovakia are enjoying a little bit of the possession and they're putting pressure on Ireland.
And they have a bit of possession now and a throw in. Almost in line with the edge of the Irish penalty area over on the far side of the pitch. Still Republic of Ireland 0, Slovakia 0. 6.5 minutes gone. Thrown straight to Katie McCabe, who volleys it up towards the halfway line. Payne putting some pressure on the centre half. It skips through both her and Denise O'Sullivan, but Ireland win it back and Payne can't get past the initial challenge, and again there's possession inside the Irish half for Slovakia. Slovakia 12 places behind the Republic of Ireland as Quinn gets the header on the edge of the area. Good intensity from Slovakia right at the start of this game. Surneskova and Oni O'Gorman can't get that, so they go back again. And Mirova, and she goes back then to Fischerova, just inside the Irish half. Slovakia happy to keep hold of possession. That's a nice ball out to the right hand side. I say that, but commentators curse. Katie McCabe pounces and there's a clear tug in the jersey of Katie McCabe. Earns the free kick, and this time surely it's got to be a yellow card over on that far side, and it is a yellow card over on the far side of the pitch. Good anticipation
really
from
good.
Katie McCabe to get in quickly.
Really good. She does really well, doesn't she, to step in front there. She reads the ball really well. Really nice first touch, and she was on her way. She had a look up and she could see Heather Payne making the run in. Right idea, but of course she was fouled.
Andrea Horvatova is the first booking of the game. Could well have been the second. We're not seeing Ireland have huge amounts of possession. We thought maybe they'd go for a bit more of a possession-based game. Slovakia switch off. Heather Payne has it over on the left-hand side. Plenty of options inside the area. It's a decent ball in there as well, but just flashes in front of Jamie Finn, who was arriving into the penalty area late. Too much pace on it though, and it's going to be a goal kick to Slovakia.
Really dangerous ball in from Heather Payne there. Really nice ball. But yeah, just over the head, Jamie Finn. Really needed Bionia to be coming in that back post there. Perhaps we will see them push up a little bit as the game goes on.
Still Sweden 1, Finland 1 with 10 minutes remaining in their game. Very much a point gained for Finland if they can hang on for the next 10 minutes, and makes it all the more important that Ireland take 6 points from these two home matches. One back again, this time by Denise O'Sullivan. Can't quite squeeze it through to Megan Connolly, and Slovakia emerge with the ball and bring it towards the Irish goal. Louise Quinn has a bit of defending to do. Slovakia still holding on to it, but Ireland have enough numbers back, and Katie McCabe gets an important touch in there. Savannah McCarthy can't quite clear her lines. It's bouncing back into the Irish area again. Katie McCabe is furious with Savannah McCarthy for not clearing her lines, taking too much of a risk inside the area, but Ireland get away with it.
Yeah, it's really backs against the walls here. I'm sure the Irish players would not have been expecting this from Slovakia, but number 11 for Slovakia, Hermova, has been a real handful up there. She's very, very lively. She's very quick. She's feisty. She's beaten Niamh Fahey in the air, and she's going to be a real handful for the back line.
Good news, Sweden have gone in front against Finland.
That is fantastic news.
It might seem like a defeatist attitude because, of course, the Republic of Ireland do want to win the group and qualify for the World Cup automatically, but I think we also need to be realistic. Now, Katie McCabe has a chance into the area, over on the left-hand side. McCabe options in, plays a ball right across the 6-yard box, and Lucy Quinn can't get on the end of it. Best attack of the game so far for the Republic of Ireland, heading for the 10-minute mark. It bounced up nicely for Katie McCabe, off the heel, I think it was, of Heather Payne, drove into the area, probably got caught in two minds.
She just looks so dangerous when she's higher up the pitch, doesn't she? Her touch is brilliant. Driving in there, she has a look up, she sees Lucy Quinn making the run, and it's a really nice ball in. Lucy just couldn't get on the end of it.
56th cap tonight for Katie McCabe, who was in the form of her life, named in the PFA Team of the Year last season, Player of the Month last month in the WSL, Goal of the Month as well, but now having to defend because Slovakia down the other end a shot, and the first shot in anger really of this game, thankfully for the Republic of Ireland, is Courtney Brosnan, and Slovakia are getting a bit of joy when they're in possession.
Yeah, they're very, very strong, and they're quick, and they like to run at players, and for me it's too easy, especially down our left hand side. Savannah McCarthy has let a player come in twice now. It's too easy. You can't allow a player to come into the box like that, and you definitely can't allow a player like Bartovichova to have a shot. So she needs to close down, she needs to stand up, and she needs to guide her away from goal. Definitely not let her have a shot.
Down that left-hand side again come the Republic of Ireland, but good hoop forward clears it for Slovakia. It's been a tough enough start to this game for Savannah McCarthy. 8th cap tonight. Spoke to her earlier in the week. Was in the Ireland squad for the first time 7 years ago. With her form this season for Galway has got her back in the Irish squad, and well, has good experience alongside her in Louise Quinn and Niamh Fahey.
Listen, Savannah McCarthy has always been a good player. She came in at 17 and she was a boss in the team. She knows the game. She's an intelligent player. She's got a lovely left foot. She's worked very hard in her fitness. She deserves to be in there. But just my worry is because she hasn't had that international experience in quite a while, is she sharp enough for players like this? Because she hasn't really been tested that much. She tested against Sweden. She did really, really well. But she needs to be careful here because there are some really lively players up front for Slovakia.
And if the plan is to play Katie McCabe in a more attacking role, she might find herself a little bit more isolated. Free kick to Ireland over on the left-hand touchline, taken by McCabe, sent in very, very deep, but also sent straight into the arms of Corinne Kiova in that Slovakian goal, and instantly throws it out to this left-hand side where there's a little bit of space, and they go long over the top. McCabe can't quite get to terms with the bounce of it initially, but then lets it go over her shoulder and volleying it forward. But again, signs from Slovakia that this is going to be a tough night. Yeah,
that phase of play right there, I think, is exactly what we need to worry about, the counter-attack. You can see that Wojciechova gets the ball from her goalkeeper and straight away looks up, and that route one ball over the top. Ireland need to be careful about that when they're not in possession.
McCabe doing her defensive duty this time over on the far side. There's a strong breeze, which I think is with the Republic of Ireland in this first half. It's a cold breeze as well, Emma.
It's a very cold breeze. I'm not going to talk about the weather.
Not like this in Barcelona, is it?
Not at all. I'd rather be here, Nathan.
Good. Glad to hear it. You're listening to Off the Ball on this Thursday night. We're in Tallaght Stadium this evening for the World Cup qualifier. Slovakia, chance inside the area. At this time, Savannah McCarthy pounces quickly and gets the clearance up towards the halfway line. 13 and a half minutes gone. Still scoreless between the Republic of Ireland and Slovakia. And now Ireland have it with Quinn, who plays it forward for Payne to try and chase down. And Payne puts the pressure on, but the Slovakian defenders across quickly and get it back to her goalkeeper, who just thinks a little pitch and wedge and a dangerous one out there. But Slovakia again do well to head it forward and have a little bit of possession in the middle of midfield.
You know, Slovakia have impressed me so far. They're trying to play. They're trying to play the ball on the ground. They're trying to play out from the goalkeeper. And it's something that we need to start doing, because as much as I think Heather Payne is a fantastic number 9, we're playing balls in behind and she's just not ready. She's not even on the last player. I'd like to see us keep possession a little bit more. Can we play the ball? Can we get 2 and 3 passes before we go forward? At the moment, we're a little bit rushed. We're a little bit panicked. We're playing the ball over the top into space when we're outnumbering them in midfield. We can play it through midfield.
Yeah, Heather Payne up over 20 caps now for Ireland, but still just the 1 goal, which came against Iceland in the friendly earlier this year. And it is that sort of, I guess you'd almost call it a traditional Irish striker's role, where it's not about scoring goals, it's just about being a nuisance.
And you know, I think Vera Pauw picks Heather Payne because she does such a good job defensively as well. She really covers areas, but there's a time that you need a forward to be up there to hold the ball. I mean, what is the style of play? Are we playing the ball over the top? Is that our style of play? Or do we want to play to feet sometimes? Can we mix up the options? Play to feet, players holding the ball up and bringing other players into the game, like the midfield, supporting midfield, which is something we haven't really seen a lot of so far.
No, you can get away with that against a team like Sweden when they come to town. I think against Slovakia, people expect a little bit more control. Haven't been able to get Denise O'Sullivan on the ball at all really yet in the game. Ireland going long with McCarthy, but straight onto the head of the Slovakian defender, and a bit of space down this near side then for Wojciechova. Plays it into feet. Trying to get back there is Finn. However, Slovakia hold on to possession of the ball. Wojciechova loses out this time, and Megan Connolly is in quickly and does get it to the feet of Denise O'Sullivan. However, again, it's all a bit helter-skelter from the Republic of Ireland. No real control in midfield as Louise Quinn gets her head on it and heads it forward, and it's out on the left-hand side, and Slovakia go back to the halfway line with Bartovikova. Inside the centre circle, it's rolled to Wojciechova, brings it into the Irish half, and now Mirova. And she's a little bit late. It was a heavy first touch and goes straight into Jamie Finn and gives away the free kick. A little tug in the jersey there, and Ireland slow it right down, and it's with Niamh Fahey.
It's not the first time, is it, that Mirova has given a few digs here and there. She's very, very feisty. I said that before, but she's also very, very quick. She's playing as a left winger here, but when she goes up top, she's definitely a threat for Slovakia. She wins the ball back and she's straight on her way. She looks up, good first touch, and a really dangerous ball into the area. So, you know, Ireland really need to be careful here, but they need to keep possession. For me, it's too rushed, it's too panicked, but too many bad decisions, when realistically we should be just trying to keep possession, build. Can we build slowly, and then change the tempo when we get into the Slovakia final third?
It does feel at times as though Vera Pauw has a system and the players have to fit into it, rather than building her system around the players and what best suits them. Here is Anya O'Gorman playing as a right wing back, and she goes down. Looks a little bit soft there under the challenge of Komarova, and it gets Ireland a free kick again.
Anya looks soft, or the challenge was soft, because you have to be careful.
The free kick is a bit soft.
Okay, good. I was doing that for your sake. If Anya if Anya heard that, you'd be in trouble.
I don't think Anya's a bit soft. Certainly not. Noel King got away with one with Anya. I don't think I'd get away with it.
No.
Probably shouldn't go there either.
Noel King and Anya is always an interesting battle in the dressing room. They're best of friends.
Free kick just down below us, midway inside the Slovakian half, a couple of yards in from this right-hand touchline. Katie McKay floats it in. Louise Quinn goes up, just couldn't get off the ground. Now comes out to McCarthy on the edge of the area, played out to the left-hand side. Fahey, McCarthy will have a chance to cross it in. Quinn has stayed forward. She loses possession though, and Anya O'Gorman has it. She sends it in towards the edge of the area. Louise Quinn goes up again, can't win the header. Good strong defending from Slovakia, but won back well by Heather Payne, drifting out towards the left-hand touchline. Skips around one challenge, can't get past the second, but does win. The girls in green are throwing.
Heather Payne does really well there. She had 3 Slovakian players around her, and she managed to keep the ball, then get a throw in.
Almost 20 minutes gone. Still feels like there's a lot of supporters coming into the stadium. There have been some traffic issues, as is often the case here in Tallaght on a Thursday evening, with the biggest crowd they've had in their 25th game here in Tallaght.
Yeah, you can really feel it as well. There's a great atmosphere here tonight.
3-4 years ago there was crowds of less than 1,000 coming to the game, so you can see the momentum that has been building. Vera Pauw saying that still a bit away from wanting games played in the Aviva Stadium, that if you have a crowd of 10,000 or less, it can feel very, very empty. Much better having an atmosphere like this.
Totally agree.
And the ball's over on the far side of the pitch. The latest score in the other game in this group into the final seconds, and Sweden leading Finland by 2-1. They're in injury time in that game. Free kick forward. Louise Quinn clears, like many of this Irish squad now playing her club football with Birmingham City. They're having a real struggle in the WSL, just sacked their manager. 14 of this Irish squad started out in the Women's National League, and a good representation of them tonight. Slovakia have it over on the far side, now into the centre quickly, and they're playing the better football, you'd have to say, so far. There's a little tug of the jersey there from Megan Connolly. The referee was close by, didn't have an issue. The Slovakian keeper is a good 40 yards outside her area, the Emma Byrne position. Absolutely,
sweeper keeper. No, but it's true. You have to say Slovakia are playing better football. I'm sure the possession stats will come up, but They're quite impressive, actually. They're trying to play through the unit.
As Heather Payne got the pace, she's an inch away from getting on the end of a long ball forward from Anya Gorman. I don't want to say it was a hoof forward, but I think she knew that maybe there was a chance with the Slovakian defence pressed up towards the halfway line to release Heather Payne. But it was good pace back there from Bartovikova, who just got the tackle in the nick of time.
I think Bartovikova was really surprised at the pace of Heather Payne, because she nearly looked like she was slowing down, going to control the ball, but Heather Payne just burst through, just latching on to that no-hope ball, really, because it was definitely a Slovakian ball to deal with. I think she put fear of God into the Slovakian defence there.
So still scoreless. Ireland wouldn't have expected anything else, though. They'll have done their homework and have watched Slovakia in their game so far. A 1-0 defeat against Sweden, a 2-1 defeat against Finland. So they will keep this very, very tight. Throw-in is over on the far side of the pitch. It is a clear night, a dry night in Tallaght, but a strong wind with the Republic of Ireland in this first half. Slovakia, though, in possession. Quick 1-2 in the middle of the pitch. Again, Louise Quinn strong, and the ball goes back to Anya O'Gorman, left-footed, again trying to release Payne down this right-hand side, but the problem when you're playing those long balls with the wind at your back is it can skip away from the forward very, very quickly, and Heather Payne doesn't really have much of a chance.
It's really difficult to play those balls in, and you know, we spoke about Heather Payne being that player, that out-and-out forward. She's completely on her own, and even if she does get on the end of it, there aren't many players around her to give her support. Can we get 3 passes in before we go up to Heather Payne? Can we switch the ball so we get Slovakian players moving? Because at the moment we haven't really done that at all.
We saw right in the opening 30 seconds a wonderful piece of control from Denise O'Sullivan, 25 yards out. Hardly remember having a touch of the ball in the Slovakian half since then. Her club season is finished with North Carolina, knocked out of the playoffs. They're getting to spend a bit of time back home. And here comes Slovakia again, and again a nice interchange of passing before it's released to Wojtkova. Quick ball to feet, away from Niamh Fahey, and again trying to get in behind quickly, but Anya O'Gorman and Niamh Fahey have 200 caps between them. However, they lose out this time, and Himrova comes out to Wojtkova's in a really advanced position, and well, she could have picked out the pass there. Mirova was free inside the area, she overhit it, and Louise Quinn took no chances and just smashes it out of play.
Again, that player in Mirova, they really have to be careful of her. She just nicked the ball off Anya. Anya had taken a good touch, she thought she was in control, but Slovakian player just nipped in front of her and won back possession. I just feel like the decision making from Ireland is a little bit slow. We're not moving the ball quickly. It look a little bit flat, like the confidence isn't there at the minute. Whereas I'd like to see them, you know, pass the ball a little bit, get on the ball, get the confidence going. They don't have to go forward straight away, the one ball forward. Just keep the ball, keep possession.
That is the voice of Emma Byrne, who's alongside me here in Tallaght Stadium for our live commentary of the Republic of Ireland against Slovakia. Still scoreless as we head for the 25-minute mark. Full-time whistle is gone. Sweden have beaten Finland 2-1. That means if the Republic of Ireland can win tonight, they'd move back up to second, above Finland, both on 6 points, but with a game in hand, and with Georgia, who the expectation is they'll be the whipping girls in this group.
Yes, absolutely, Nathan. I like it. I like that expression. I'm just looking at here, I'm a little bit disappointed with Ireland. They seem to be just hoofing the ball back, and now we have a look at the midfield. They're completely dropping right back into our own half, right you know, just
you
in
said
front
this before
of
the game, that if
four.
ended up Ireland were playing a back five, they're in trouble, and they are very much playing a back five right now.
It just looks like, you know, how they were against Sweden. The only difference is Lucy Quinn is a little bit higher at the pitch, but it needs more than that. We need the midfield to push up. We need, as you can see, Slovakia have gone to their 4-3-3, and I knew this would happen. You can't play a 3 at the back against a 3 v Slovakia, but you have to be able to adapt the game. It's 1v1 at the back. You don't want to drag Kate McCabe back here. You can see also Jamie Finn back there, so it's actually, there's plenty of players back there to defend. We need to push the midfield up.
Savannah McCarthy does the defending again as Slovakia attack over on the far side of the pitch, but they'll have a throw in. Going to take it in line with the corner flag. It'll be cross for Mirova, and Louise Quinn again wins the header. Doesn't get a huge amount of distance, and there's a right foot swung at that by The Slovakian player in Ireland have enough numbers back in green to clear their lines, and up it goes to Heather Payne, but she's miles away. Going to have to do it all on her own, and maybe she can from the halfway line, but she was surrounded by 3 Slovakian players. She picked that up 10 yards inside her own half, which tells you just how deep the Republic of Ireland are sitting. Clearance goes straight to Megan Connolly though. Now on the instep, here is Denise O'Sullivan, left hand side of the area. The run is made inside by Lucy Quinn. The ball didn't arrive though, it's clear behind, and the Republic of Ireland will get themselves a corner kick.
It is a little bit better from Ireland though. We're pushing up the pitch, and even though you've seen Heather Payne on her own, in direct support of her was Lucy Quinn, so Lucy is trying to support her a little bit higher. It's what you want to see. Can we get the ball up the pitch but with support behind them?
Well, Louise Quinn and Niamh Fahey have both gone forward. We know Louise Quinn a huge threat from set pieces, and it will be Katie McCabe to whip this in over on the far side of the pitch. The 3 Irish centre halves all lurking around the penalty spot. McCabe steps up, tries to drill it in towards McCarthy. Oh, she misses. The header just goes across her forward completely, and that allows Slovakia to clear on this near side. It'll be a Republic of Ireland throw in, but that was half a chance.
Yeah, it was any chance. If we get a set piece, it's going to be a chance for Ireland, particularly when you have the likes of Louise Quinn up there, who is for me one of the best players in the air. Can we get a chance from open play?
Should have done a little bit better, I think, Savannah McCarthy, looking at the replay, but Ireland pressing high now with O'Sullivan. And Slovakia again very comfortable in possession, more than happy to play it around inside their own half. And for them really it's just in that final third that it's breaking down. Ireland get it back on the halfway line, and McCabe back to McCarthy. She plays it down that left wing. Payne goes off in chase yet again. There's too much on it. Slovakian player takes no chances, puts it out of play for a throw-in.
Listen, we always have struggled against Slovakia, and they're a very strange team, because at the beginning, at the start of the game, they passed the ball really well, they moved the ball well. It's a little bit of a shock, but they do tend to drop off a little bit. They make a lot of mistakes at the back. Ireland just needs to keep the pressure on, keep plugging away and be patient.
28 minutes gone, and Ireland yet to test the Slovakian keeper. Maybe it'll come now. McCabe bringing it down the left-hand touchline. It's a decent ball in there as well. And this time Lucy Quinn couldn't get on the end of it. Hooked clear by the Slovakian defender inside the area. Sent back in by Connolly. Connolly goes in trying to win the ball in midfield, loses out though, and Slovakia play it out of play over the far side. It'll be a throw-in to the Republic of Ireland.
But that's where we need to be clever, right? We're in the Slovakian half where we have them under pressure, and then we lift the ball. We need to keep the ball on the floor, just keep possession.
Here is Niamh Fahey, and the Galwegian fires it down this right hand side, but again not much Lucy Quinn could do with that. Newcomer to the Irish international scene. And a throw in just down to our right hand side. It'll be to the team in white, the visitors Slovakia. And Ireland pushing everybody up inside the Slovakian half to try and win this ball back. Never thrown straight to the Slovakian player, but a little bit of pressure that was put on by Niamh Fahey forces Slovakia into the mistake, and Ireland get the throw in pretty much the exact same spot, which will be taken by Anya O'Gorman. Throws it to the edge of the area to O'Sullivan. However, the whistle blows, a handball given against Denise O'Sullivan. Control just let her down there, and that attack comes to nothing, unfortunately, for the Republic of Ireland. Of course, all our coverage here on Off the Ball is with thanks to Sky, proud primary partner and supporter of the Republic of Ireland women's national football team. We'll have John Giles coming up a little bit later in the show, talking about all that's been going on at Manchester United over the past week, and the news that Ralph Rangnick looks set to come in as interim manager for the remainder of the season. That on the way after 9 o'clock. And of course we'll have plenty of reaction to tonight's game from 7:30 tomorrow morning on OTB AM. Stephanie Roach will be on with the lads, Ronan O'Gara on as well. And that will bring you plenty of post-match interviews also. So just down below us, it's a throw into Slovakia, and Wojciechova has it, just trying to get it under control. Gives it straight to O'Gorman. Again, she goes over the top to try and release Payne, but again, the wind just catches it and slips off the surface here in Tala.
Well, for me, that's a better ball. It's not so much a lump ball up front, it's more like a long pass. You could see Heather Payne was up with the last player, Slovakia, And she could have beaten her for pace. It was a bit too far. But again, Ireland need to have a look about how they want to play. I think the holding midfielder in this game should be on the ball the most. The holding midfielder tonight is Megan Connolly. I'm looking at her and she's so much space out there. She's the exact player that you want on the ball to be able to switch the ball. And it's just not happening. She's not getting on the ball. Whether the players aren't seeing her, they can't hear her calling for it, she needs to be the one that dictates this game tonight.
And there she, for once, was doing just that. And it's out to this right-hand side. O'Gorman with the ball in the flicked header, and it was a decent header too from Lucy Quinn. She was a long way from goal, almost on the edge of the area. Got good power trying to loop it in at the back post, and finally a save for Kornklova in that Slovakian goal.
Lucy Quinn actually did really, really well. It was a good ball in from Anya, but really difficult for Lucy Quinn to get any kind of power or direction in it because she had her back to goal. She did really well to just guide it in. And to be honest, at one stage, Kornklova, the Slovakian goalkeeper, looked like she was struggling a little bit. It was positive from Ireland. It's the first shot on target, or header on target, attempt on target.
Well, Lucy Quinn, I think she has one goal. She scored against Australia. There was a debate whether it was an own goal or not. She was certainly claiming it. Now Ireland are coming again with Payne over on the left hand side. Quinn waiting in the middle. It's too far in front of Quinn. Doesn't quite arrive to O'Sullivan either. And Slovakia survive again. A little bit better though from the Republic of Ireland in the last couple of minutes. Still scoreless though with 32 minutes gone in Tallaght. One of those nights where we sort of knew it was going to be like this, but it's no less frustrating when it ends up like this.
Absolutely, but we do expect a little bit more possession from Ireland and control in the game, which we haven't seen. As we spoke before already, Slovakia are 12 places away from Ireland. Ireland are considered the better team. They're supposed to win this game, and there was never any doubt in my mind. But I was hoping to see Ireland play football, keep the ball on the floor, play through the midfield, and we definitely haven't done that.
And just that one chance was a half a chance for Lucy Quinn. I say she did really well to direct it towards goal and keep the power on the cross from Anya O'Gorman. The Slovakian attack came to nothing down to our left hand side, and Brosnan with the kick out up towards the halfway line. Katie McCabe can't bring it under control over on that far side. And I do fear we're going to be talking about the same old situation with Ireland the whole way through, that Katie McCabe, arguably one of the best players in the world right now, stuck out in that left wing and not really getting involved in the game at all.
I don't really understand, because no matter what opposition is there, that opposition is not going to be better than Katie McCabe. So why would she be pinned back? They should be worried about Katie. When Katie pushes up, something happens. And when she pushes higher up, they drop off. And you know, it's a win-win for Ireland. There's less pressure on the back line. You've got Katie higher up the pitch for attacking options. And you keep on your back and keep a flat back four. But push Katie up into midfield.
So throw in to Ireland over on that left hand side, on the far side of the pitch, and probably just about sums it up for the Republic of Ireland so far. Katie McCabe throws it to Lucy Quinn, simple control, and just passes it straight back out of play again and gives possession back to the Slovakians.
Well, it's not the first time Lucy Quinn has given away possession, to be honest. And for me, in that position, that player who plays behind Heather Payne, they have to be able to hold the ball. They have to be the link between the forward and the midfield. And she needs to do better. And again, we're going to be playing the ball through her a lot and through her holding midfielder a lot. And those two positions haven't done their jobs yet.
Here is Megan Connolly over on the left-hand side, hesitated for a moment, and that allowed Slovakia to get in and play the ball off Connolly and get themselves a throw in again, just down in front of the technical area. Vera Powell's right on the edge of hers. I'm sure not too happy with how these opening 35 minutes have gone. There's no Eileen Gleeson to look back on now for support. Tom Elms is the new Republic of Ireland assistant manager after Eileen Gleeson left and went over to Glasgow City.
It's colder in Glasgow, by the way.
It's only 4 times we've mentioned the cold so far. You're not going to be here on Tuesday. It's going to be positively balmy, I hear, for the match against Georgia on Tuesday night.
I'll be thinking of you.
It's been a very, very scrappy game so far, lacking in any real quality from either side. Slovakia looking to provide some now over on their right. They've dragged a couple of Irish defenders over there, but McCabe and McCarthy still managed to get the ball into the edge of the area. Important touch from Connolly, but a dangerous ball in there, and Louise Quinn goes to ground, doesn't win it first time, and a shot comes in, and the save at the near post needed to be made by Courtney Brosnan. It was the captain, Stormvankova, who made a real nuisance of herself in the edge of the area. Ball played to feet. Louise Quinn went in, didn't win the ball, and the chance was there for Stormvankova. Got the shot off, right-footed at the near post. The angle was tight, but Brosnan still saved well.
Yeah, she did well, Courtney Brosnan, didn't she? She was in a good position, and she stood up nice and big, and she handled it very, very well. Very safe hands.
And probably the best opportunity of the game for either side so far. Dominika Stormvankova, 104th cap tonight, and almost getting herself a goal. Down the other end, here come Ireland now. Connolly, low ball in. Denise O'Sullivan, edge of the area. Control is sloppy. Ball gets away from her, and Slovakia can clear. Only as far as Niamh Fahey, just down below us. Nice little ball in to Quinn. Quinn on the edge of the area, on the overlap. Here's Anya O'Gorman, down by the end line. Manages to get the ball in. Decent ball in there as well. Payne can't just get on the end of it. O'Gorman was caught late, I think, with that cross, but the referee allowed play to continue. Ireland have it again. Can they keep the pressure up? Lucy Quinn inside the area, right hand side, low ball across, and it just doesn't arrive in there towards Payne. It's turned behind for the corner kick. Much better though from the Republic of Ireland.
Much better, and we deserved something from that, didn't we? We deserved a goal. Great ball in from Anya, by the way, who was caught on the end line. Fantastic ball, but originally a fantastic ball from Heather Payne right into Denise O'Sullivan's feet. Bad first touch from Denise, which is really unusual from her, but nice little looping ball also in from Niamh Fahey from the centre back. Good decision, good chance.
So a corner kick for Ireland, this time down to our right hand side. It'll be taken by Katie McCabe, who's just trying to steal an inch. The assistant referee ain't having any of it. And again, the three centre halves are at the back post. Just Denise O'Sullivan at this near post for Katie McCabe. She floats it towards the back post. Louise Quinn goes up, gets there, saved at the near post, and just about palm behind for a corner kick. Another opportunity. Strong header from Louise Quinn. She was under real pressure at that post. Tried to just squeeze it in at the near post. A good save.
Listen, we spoke about Ireland's corners. Louise Quinn tends to go to the back post. I prefer her right in the middle. She's so dangerous in there. Whereas if she gets the ball in the back post, there aren't many options for her. The angle's very tight.
Sent in through the near post this time, but there was nobody there for Ireland. Slovakia will have a chance to clear with Mirova over on the far side, only as far as Katie McCabe. Irish players almost running into each other there. Connolly, beautiful turn from Megan Connolly to give it to Denise O'Sullivan, and then she plays it down the left hand side, but the offside flag is up as it's played into Heather Payne, and her shot goes wide. Regardless, but that is much better.
Really nice move from Ireland, much better from Ireland. Can they keep the pressure on Slovakia now? Turn the corner, lovely turn from Megan Connolly, beating two Slovakian players, and really nice ball in from Lucy Quinn. Just needs to have a look across that line.
Haven't seen Connolly and O'Sullivan, the two Cork girls, link up often enough in the game so far, but it was a wonderful turn from Connolly.
Yeah, they're playing, there's a lot of distance between the midfield. There doesn't seem to be much connection there. You can see Denise O'Sullivan is pushed right up high, which is, it is where we want to see her in that number 10 role. But Megan Connolly is sitting a little bit too deep for me. She doesn't need to be back there. She can push up as well and be closer to the other midfield players.
And Slovakia have it at the back with Bartovikova just on the edge of her own area. So after an opening half an hour where it was pretty forgettable, to put it mildly, no real chances. We've had chances for both sides over the last 10 minutes. Lucy Quinn at first with a header, and then Stormvankova forcing a good save from Courtney Brosnan down the other end, and Louise Quinn very nearly eking out a goal with a header. 12 international goals for Louise Quinn. She is a real threat and always has been from set pieces, but it remains scoreless with 5 minutes to go until half time in this World Cup qualifier. Live and off the ball this evening, Nathan Murphy and Emma Byrne with you. We're with you all the way through until 10 o'clock this evening. And Slovakia just maybe with that bit of maturity, realising they were under pressure, slowing it right down and just playing it around. And Ireland aren't now finally stepping up to put a bit of pressure on them. Certainly not a gegenpressing style from the Republic of Ireland.
No, but they do like to play out Slovakia, but for me they're not good enough to play out with a high press. And I'm surprised that Ireland aren't doing that. I'm surprised they aren't pressing them high. But you can see exactly what Slovakia are trying to do.
Payne over on the left-hand side. Now has a chance to run at the Slovakian defence. Takes the shot on from distance, but curls it high and wide. I think could have taken more out of that there, Heather Payne. Just on the left-hand angle of the area. Stepped in on her right foot. It would have been some goal to whip one in from there.
Yeah, I think she was a little bit ambitious there. She did really, really well. She has the pace. She's absolutely lightning quick. And Fischerova is really struggling to deal with her pace. And it's still a 1v1. She just takes a touch into the box. Number one, you can't defend against her in the box. It's really difficult. You can't tackle. And it was just a poor decision from Heather Payne there.
Slovakia go down the other end and back in the arms of Courtney Brosnan, who probably thought, you know what, after all the debate about who should be the goalkeeper, I'm back in business, and Ireland go and recruit themselves a new goalkeeper, and going to be under a lot of pressure when we get back together in the new year, you suspect.
Oh, she's under pressure because she's not playing for her club. That's the first thing, she needs to start playing for her club, and then she needs to think about her performances and being confident and competent. But at the moment, she's not getting her game for Everton, so you can't come into an international camp having not played for 4 weeks. You know, it's just, for me, it's crazy.
Ball is over on the far side of the pitch, and it's a throw in Slovakia, midway inside the Republic of Ireland half. Knowing of what you know from Vera Pauw, do you think she'll try anything radical in the second half, or do you think she just tries to eke something out?
I don't think she's going to try anything radical. It's not her type of management style. But I do hope she'll be aware that, you know, Slovakia are playing it far too easily around the midfield. The midfield aren't getting tight enough. They're not compact enough. And that needs to be sorted out. Also, I hope that she realised that someone's got to hold on to the ball. When the ball goes forward, somebody needs to be clever and just hold on, shrug off the defenders, and wait until support comes. And speaking of that type of player, there's a player on the bench that I watch play against Barca, the best team in the world, and her name's Kira Carusa, and she plays for SC Coe, and she did an absolutely amazing job against Barca, who are considered to have the best players. And she is that type of player. She can play as a number 9 or as a number 10. She's very, very good at holding the ball up and bringing other players into play. So that's also another option for Vera on the bench.
Still early in this qualification campaign, so it'll be interesting to see, does Vera Pauw feel that this is a must-win and she must go for it and put a second player up top at some stage during this?
This is a must-win. This game is a must-win, without a shadow of a doubt, for me.
It certainly means that the Finland win wouldn't mean quite as much if Ireland don't follow it up today. The ball out of play by Jamie Finn, who the game sort of passed by in this first half. I think it took a nick off a Slovakian player. Into the final minute of the opening 45. Ball is in the hands of Anya O'Gorman. He'll throw it up the line. Denise O'Sullivan makes the run and thrown to the feet of O'Sullivan, but the Slovakian player is able to step in front of O'Sullivan, however just ends up running it out of play. It'll be another throw into Ireland, right down below our commentary position in this packed east stand. And this time Niamh Fahey says, leave it to me. Again, it's all just a bit slow. Players making runs, not getting it, thrown along the line for Finn. She loses out. Cleared by Slovakia. Fahey heads it forward to the halfway line. Not enough on it. And then cleared long, and maybe an opportunity there for Quinn to put some pressure on the defender, but that's really very calm defending, almost casual defending, and Ireland have a chance to try and get in there with Jamie Finn. I think Ireland would have taken the free kick, because it certainly looked as though there was
it looked like a free kick
of a wrestling to the ground on Lucy Quinn, and the Slovakian clearance down this left-hand touchline comes off Jamie Finn, and means it will be a throw in Slovakia. Well, I can't imagine there's going to be a huge amount of injury time at the end of this first half. Referee looks to the watch, and there's not going to be a second of injury time at the end of this first half. Republic of Ireland 0, Slovakia 0 at the break in this World Cup qualifier. A really slow start to the game, particularly from the Republic of Ireland. Not much happened in the first half an hour. got better from Ireland in the final 15 minutes. Lucy Quinn had a header from 12 yards out that was saved by the keeper. Down the other end, maybe the best chance of the game from open play certainly fell to Stornvankova for Slovakia, whose shot from 10 yards was well saved at the near post by Brosnan. And then Louise Quinn almost saw a header creep in at the back post from a corner kick. But really, Emma Byrne, it hasn't been great.
No, it hasn't. We're not very impressed at all. What Slovakia do very, very well is they get behind the ball quickly, don't they? And unless Ireland can move that ball quickly and start switching the ball to shift Slovakia, they're not going to find those little pockets of space in behind them.
Well, Ireland took 2 steps forward in their victory against Finland last month. This will most certainly be 1 step back unless they can get a goal and get a win in the second half. We have full commentary to come from Tallaght Stadium. At the break, it is the Republic of Ireland 0, Slovakia 0.
Football on Off the Ball.
With Sky. Come on, you girls in green. Good luck to the Ireland women's football team in their upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
Then I looked at Sharon. I don't know if Mum and Dad noticed this, but I could see the marks. There's bruises on her neck.
I'm Frank Graney, host of a new and exclusive News Talk podcast, Inside the Crime. In it, the Whelan family from Kilkenny share their story of losing their daughter Sharon and her 2 little girls, Zara and Nadia, in what turned out not to be an accidental house fire, but murder committed in the early hours of Christmas morning 2008.
I think, where are they gone? They're all dead.
This mini-series will follow the investigation by Gardaí to hunt down the killer and the family's quest for a fairer justice system. That's Inside the Crime, a weekly true crime podcast. Listen and subscribe now on newstalk.com/podcasts or on the Newstalk app, powered by Go Loud.
Hi, Teresa Mannion here with a road safety alert for fog. When driving in fog, use your fog lights, slow down and drive with caution. Open your window when stopped at a junction and listen out for traffic. Don't forget to turn off your front and rear fog lights when fog clears. Visit rsa.ie from the Road Safety Authority.
For businesses, it's time to make up time. At Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles, we're ready. With HP Finance from 3.9% for those who see opportunity, purchase contributions of up to €3,500 for those who make it happen. And for those who give complete focus, service plans from $9.99 per month. Test drive the Caddy Cargo, Transporter and Crafter at your local Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles dealer or visit volkswagenvans.ie. For those who build tomorrow, the time is now. Finance provided by way of hire purchase agreement from Volkswagen Financial Services Ireland and subject to lending criteria. Terms and conditions apply.
That feeling is back. Live horse racing has returned, which means you can be trackside again, enjoying the kind of crack that only a day at the races can bring. And of course, the thrill of the final stretch. Get into live horse racing again. For a full list of race meetings and to get tickets, visit hri.ie. Horse Racing Ireland, for every racing moment.
My name is Sandra. We live in a hotel, but my little brother cries a lot. I think he wants to go home.
When a child is born into homelessness, the damage caused could last a lifetime. But you can help. Please call Focus Ireland at 1850 204 205 and give whatever you can.
It's been a mad year, but every year deserves a Christmas. And at Dunnes Stores, we know Santa is still on his way. So break out Mum's signature stuffing recipe. Get some turkey carving tips from Dad. And deck the whole family out in matching festive PJs. Yes, the whole family. This year needs Christmas like never before. Make it magical with Dunnes Stores. Dunnes Stores. Make Christmas for everyone. Visit dunnesstores.com.
It's here. The Black Friday sale at Harvey Norman. Don't wait. Get Black Friday discounts today, like the NutriBullet Pro 900 blender, now $79.95, save €39. Or get the Sage Barista Express coffee machine in Black Sesame, now $529, save €120. And at Harvey Norman, we're matching all competitors' Black Friday prices, so why shop anywhere else? Now's the time to buy, in-store or online. The Harvey Norman Black Friday sale.
Hi, Teresa Mannion here with some advice about the dangers of sun glare. You may not think it, but sunshine can create extremely dangerous driving conditions. Sun glare can be intensified if your windscreen is dirty or greasy, or if it's been raining. Keep the inside of your screen clean, use windshield washer fluid, and check your wipers. Keep sunglasses in your car and be extra vigilant coming out of junctions and around bends. If you're dazzled by sun glare, slow down and be prepared to stop. From the Road Safety Authority.
Football on Off the Ball.
With Sky. Come on, you girls in green. Good luck to the Ireland women's football team in their upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
Gorman with the ball in the flicked header, and it was a decent header too from Lucy Quinn. She was a long way from goal, almost on the edge of the area. Got good power trying to loop it in at the back post, and finally a save for Kornklova in that Slovakian goal. Yeah, save from Lucy Quinn, a save from Louise Quinn, all that the Slovakian goalkeepers had to do in the first half at Tallaght Stadium in this World Cup qualifier, which remains scoreless at half-time between the Republic of Ireland and Slovakia. It's Nathan Murphy and Emma Byrne with you. Full live commentary of the second half to come. We've also got John Giles on the way between 9 and 10 on the football show. He is going to be looking at the week that was for Manchester United that looks set to finish with Ralph Rangnick as their interim manager until the end of the season. Lots of European football tonight as well. In the Europa Conference League, Tottenham have been beaten by Mora by 2-1. A last-minute winner for Mora means with one game left in the group stage, Spurs are outside the qualification places. A 94th minute winner for Mora in that one. 9 changes made in that game by Antonio Conte, and it certainly hasn't worked out. In the Europa League, Rangers just about to get underway against Sparta Prague, and Leicester City, who are bottom of Group C, badly need a win against Legia Warsaw. Elsewhere, Celtic beaten 3-2 by Bayer Leverkusen in their game in Group G. That means Celtic are out with a game remaining. Leverkusen and Betis are the teams that are going through to the knockout stage. And West Ham United, well, they are enjoying their European run. They had a 2-0 win in Austria at Rapid Vienna. That means West Ham, as you know, guaranteed their place in the knockout stage. So we keep you up to date with those games that are going on over the next couple of hours. Emma Byrne alongside me on commentary this evening in a pretty uneventful first half. And listen, Slovakia are a dogged team. They've done this against Sweden, they've done this against Finland. The sort of team you just want to get out of Dodge, get your 3 points, and if Ireland get the results, everyone will be happy. But I think everyone's still expecting a bit more when we look at the quality of players that Ireland have. Technical players, they just can't seem to get them into the game.
No, and that's the most disappointing point from me. Slovakia have done well. I think they've overperformed for their standard, to be quite honest. But realistically, they look like the better footballing team, and that's disappointing for me, because Ireland have the players, they can play football, and they haven't tried to do it. You know, we've enjoyed some possession, but it's just we haven't played through the middle, we haven't played through the units, and we need to get the ball on the floor and keep possession. It doesn't have to be one ball football into Heather Payne's path. It can be on occasions, but can we play the ball in the middle, up to feet? Can we get more players in support? Can we get numbers? Can we outnumber them in certain positions? And then when we outnumber them, can we switch the ball over to Kate McCabe, who has got acres of space on the left-hand side, by the way. But you can see what Slovakia are doing. They're packing down their left-hand side, and it just is dragging Irish players over, and we can't seem to get out.
Without rehashing the conversation from pre-game, surely they have to find a way of getting Katie McCabe on the ball more.
They can. It's easy. You just look up and you see her. For me, the best way to switch is going back into your holding midfielder, go back into your centre backs if you have to. If you can't see a direct switch, you have to go back to switch out. And that player for me is Megan Connolly. And she is in space. She does have time and space, but for some reason, whether she's not communicating or whether the players are a little bit nervous, they're not doing it, and they need to do it. They need to get 2 and 3 passes together, get the confidence up. They don't have to bomb forward all the time. Keep possession, get the possession stats up, and then go forward.
And in terms of possible game changers, you touched on Kyra Caruso. Anyone else you see on that Irish bench that could really come on and make an impact?
Yeah, I mean, it's a real big shame about Leanne Kernan, because she was definitely a player in form that could have came on and could have made a difference. But you have players in there. As I said, Caruso for me is a very good player. Amber Barrett, there's something different about her. She will chase onto ball. But to be quite honest, you have the players out in the pitch that can work. They just need to keep passing the ball, recycle the ball if they have to, and make better decisions.
Sweden have beaten Finland 2-1 in the other game in this group. Sweden, we all expect, will go on and take the one automatic qualification place for the 2023 World Cup finals, which will take place in the sunshine, the warmth of Australia and New Zealand.
Oh, I can just picture us now, Nathan.
This will all be long forgotten, as long as the Republic of Ireland get the 3 points tonight, because this is a must-win. Ireland really need the 6 points from tonight and Tuesday against Georgia if they're going to ensure they get that playoff spot in second place. A huge 45 minutes to come here at Tallaght Stadium. Second half commentary is live next.
Football on Off the Ball.
With Sky. Come on, you girls in green. Good luck to the Ireland women's football team in their upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
Listen to News Talk on Smart Speaker. Play News Talk.
Hi, Teresa Mannion here with a road safety alert for fog. When driving in fog, use your fog lights, slow down and drive with caution. Open your window when stopped at a junction and listen out for traffic. Don't forget to turn off your front and rear fog lights when fog clears. Visit rsa.ie from the Road Safety Authority.
Make every dish a perfect success with Autopilot preset programs. Now on the latest range of Bosch Pyrolytic self-cleaning ovens. For more information, go online to paracity.ie.
Looking for new ways to reward your staff and customers this Christmas? Then surprise them with a Lidl corporate gift card. Use on everyday essentials, middle aisle specials and treats from our Christmas deluxe range. Plus, if you spend over €3,000, you'll get a big discount on your cards. Contact our corporate gift team at lidl.ie/corporate gift cards.
At Repromed, we know every fertility journey is different. That's why our world-class specialists offer personalised treatments with compassionate care. With clinics nationwide and a new location in Cork, our consultant-led teams provide the fertility expertise to give you the best chance of success. Start your fertility journey at repromed.ie.
Hi, Teresa Mannion here with a road safety alert for bad weather. Black ice is one of winter's biggest hazards and is hard to see. Watch out for sheltered or shaded areas on the road, under trees and near high walls. Visit rsa.ie from the Road Safety Authority.
It's the sofa scrappage scheme at Flanagan Kearns. Purchase a new sofa or chair and we'll give you up to €100 for your suite or up to €50 for your replaced sofa. We've discount on all top brands like Tetra, Italian Divani and more. You also get free assembly and we'll take away your replaced sofa for free. The sofa scrappage scheme is now on at Flanagan Kearns. Thank you for supporting Irish makers, Irish family businesses and for shopping local. Flanagan Kearns, Southern Cross Bray, exit 7 off the N11, flanagankearns.ie. Furniture for life.
It's not just a sewing machine. For Maya, it's a chance to give her family a better life. It's not just a way to make a living. It's a chance to give her daughter an education. Like thousands of mothers, Maya lives in fear of what the future holds for her little girl. And it's not just. This Christmas, your love can make all the difference. Visit Trocra.org or call 1850 408 408. Trocra, until love conquers fear.
Try the latest vacuum cleaner technology from Bosch with a full 90-day money-back guarantee and 10-year motor warranty. For more information, go online to paracity.ie or call in store today.
Hi, Teresa Mannion here with some advice about the dangers of sun glare. You may not think it, but sunshine can create extremely dangerous driving conditions. Sun glare can be intensified if your windscreen is dirty or greasy, or if it's been raining. Keep the inside of your screen clean, use windshield washer fluid and check your wipers. Keep sunglasses in your car and be extra vigilant coming out of junctions and around bends. If you're dazzled by sun glare, slow down and be prepared to stop. From the Road Safety Authority.
Football on Off the Ball.
With Sky. Come on, you girls in green. Good luck to the Ireland women's football team in their upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
You're welcome back to Tallaght Stadium. Second half just about to get underway. Republic of Ireland 0, Slovakia 0 in this World Cup qualifier. And the Republic of Ireland side, well, they certainly didn't take their 15 minutes in out of the cold. Vera Pauw had them out good and early. I think they had about 4 or 5 minutes out on the pitch, which I'm not sure is the best thing to be doing on a bitterly cold night like this, but maybe she wanted to give them a bit of a kick up the ass after a really disappointing first half from the Republic of Ireland in what, as we keep saying, is a must-win game. Second half underway then. The Republic of Ireland, green jerseys, white shorts, green socks, playing from right to left from our commentary position here in the East Stand in Tallaght Stadium, playing down towards the South Stand, and that big band of Republic of Ireland supporters among the 6,000 plus here at Tallaght Stadium. Biggest ever attendance for a women's game at this stadium. Slovakia, white kit, white jersey, navy blue shorts and white socks. They're going to be attacking down to the right hand side with the strong wind at their back in this second half. No changes for the Republic of Ireland. So Courtney Brosnan continues in goals. Back three of Niamh Fahey, Louise Quinn and Savannah McCarthy. Really though, it's been a back five because the wing backs Anya O'Gorman and Katie McCabe been pegged back for lots of this second half. In midfield then, it's Jamie Finn, Denise O'Sullivan and Megan Connolly, and Lucy Quinn playing just in behind Heather Payne. No changes for the Slovakians either. It is Louise Quinn who's in possession, rolls it out to Niamh Fahey, and out then to the right hand touchline to Anya O'Gorman, who can't quite get it through to Jamie Finn. Denise O'Sullivan comes back to get involved. It's ping-ponging around in the middle of midfield, but eventually Slovakia emerge with the ball, and there's loads of space down on this right hand side for Slovakia to attack into. It could be a real opportunity here for the Slovakians. Dangerous ball into the 6-yard box, and a goal right at the start of this second half for Slovakia. Disaster for the Republic of Ireland. Cernovskova nicking in at the back post and taps in for just 4 yards out. Well, Ireland lost possession in the middle of midfield. The ball was played to this right hand side, so much space for Mikuliova, and she played a lovely ball in, and then the finish, it just bounced in front of Niamh Fahey, and Cernovskova with an easy finish past Courtney Brosnan. Disaster for Republic of Ireland.
Absolute disaster, Nathan. And you know, as the game was progressing, I could see Katie McCabe creeping up the pitch, which I think is positive. But if she does decide to go higher up, which I think is a good idea, the back three have to sort it out. And you can see Katie pushing up the pitch, and Savannah McCarthy was still over the far side of the pitch, leaving a massive gap for him over here with loads and loads of space. We want to see Katie up higher, but they need to sort out that space that she's leaving behind. If we're going to play a three at the back, then they have to play a three, and the holding midfielder has to help them out.
Well, whatever was said at half-time didn't work, it's fair to say, and that is a shocker from an Irish point of view. Ireland 0, Slovakia 1. Ireland have a free kick over in the far side. Slovakia not happy about it at all. There's going to be a yellow card in there as well, and I think it's Wojciechowska who's the player who gets it. So maybe a chance for Ireland to strike back right away, but that is going to be a shock to the system, and they're going to have to show some real character now. It's midway inside the Slovakian half. It's right over on the right hand touchline. They're just under the nose of their manager Vera Pauw. And Katie McCabe, you think it's going to be her left foot that's going to whip this one in. It is floated in there by McCabe and over the head of Louise Quinn. A strong punch clear by the Slovakian keeper, and the ball finds its way up towards the halfway line towards Anya O'Gorman. Sends it back in again, but straight onto the chest of the Slovakian player, and it's rolled out to this near side. And well, this will be a huge victory for Slovakia. They are regular visitors to Ireland. They've never picked up a point, and with the way Ireland have performed against Finland, I don't think anyone expected them to pick up one tonight. But they lead by a 1-0 right at the start of this second half, and it's hard to underestimate that if Ireland can't turn this around, how big a setback it would be right at the start of this campaign.
Massive, Nathan. But what Ireland need to do now is that they shouldn't panic. Okay, they shouldn't panic. The game plan should still be the same. Can we get the ball? Can we pass the ball? Can we play through the midfield? Because they were panicking in the first half, so they definitely shouldn't panic now, 1-0 down.
They definitely don't want to concede another goal. As Slovakia come on the attack again. Katie McCabe with the headed clearance. The volley comes in, takes a deflection off Megan Connolly, which took the sting out of the ball and back into the arms of Brosnan. The system Ireland play with the wing backs, it always feels like a dangerous system when you're a goal down as well, because the temptation obviously now is for the wing backs to push even further forward.
Yeah, but there are certain rules that you have to follow, okay, no matter what formation you play, but specifically if you're playing a back three, because there's a lot of space that back three has to cover, so somebody needs to sit back. And if Slovakia are playing a front three, which they do in possession, it's either the holding midfield or the other fullback.
Oh, what a ball from McCabe into the area. Payne goes down under the challenge, is told to get up by the referee. I think the initial touch from Heather Payne, she'd lost control of the ball. It was drilled into the wind by Katie McCabe, and Ireland get the throw in, taken quickly by McCabe to the feet of Sullivan. Again, can't quite bring it under control. Nothing has really happened at all for Denise O'Sullivan this evening.
I tell you what, Heather Payne did go down. She did get a push in the back.
No VAR, unfortunately, in the World Cup qualifiers in the women's game. Free kick given away from Savannah McCarthy, just a high arm into the face of one of the Slovakian players, and already you can see they're going to take all night, if needs be, to take all these set pieces and waste as much time as possible. If you're just joining us, Republic of Ireland 0, Slovakia 1. Slovakia striking right at the start of this second half. Martina Cernovska with the goal. And Ireland trying to force their way back into this game. So this is a double header of home games. We'll be back here on Tuesday night with live commentary as well of the match against Georgia. Dora Gorman on co-commentary that night. Just sat a couple of seats down, has just agreed to it under duress from Emma Byrne, it must be said.
No pressure.
She's got a lot to live up to.
She's had to listen to me a lot her whole career.
Well, if she doesn't try and get me fired for half the game, that'll be a start. It'll be an improvement. Anyways, back to the more serious stuff, and it is pretty serious now for the girls in green. It's played out to Anya Gorman on the right hand side. Forward it goes to Lucy Quinn, over on that right hand touchline, can't bring the ball under control, and you can see a little bit of frustration creeping in already with the Irish players. They know more than any of us what's at stake in this second half. Throw in sent down the line by Slovakia. The goal scorer Cernovska battling away over there, and Connolly through it comes to Payne. O'Sullivan makes the run in front. Payne on the edge of the area trying to squeeze away through. Oh, and there was a bit of hesitation over there. The cross is eventually sent in, and it's sliced behind by Jamie Finn. I don't think she was expecting the ball in the end.
It kind of sums it up. It sums up the performance. You see Heather Payne getting on the ball in an absolutely brilliant position. She takes one touch, too many touches when she should have played Denise O'Sullivan in on the second touch. Then she decides to play Jamie Finn in, who's not ready, who's not prepared for the ball. Everybody just seems to be on different pages at the moment.
I just seen a replay of that little shove on Heather Payne, and while Heather Payne's initial touch was undoubtedly heavy, there was a clear shove in the back. She didn't overly complain or look for it either, Heather Payne. Now Mikhailova plays it over to the left hand side for Slovakia, and a chance for the left back to send a dangerous ball in, which is cleared inside her own area by Katie McCabe. Side-footed volleyed forward to Denise O'Sullivan. Back to McCabe again. She plays it up towards Heather Payne as well to just stop her run. Can't get the little toe poke through to the onrushing Denise O'Sullivan, and Slovakia win it back. It's a lot more open at the start of this second half, a little bit more end-to-end, and it's very well kept in play down to our right-hand side by Mirova, and she does well then to just play it off Katie McCabe and get the throw in right down by the corner flag for Slovakia.
Well, we've seen in the first half balls over the top to Heather Payne, too many balls over the top, and they were just running off because the wind, this open space in Tala, the wind just carries it. Now Ireland are against the wind. It's the perfect time to play the ball over the top, and you're seeing the ball played into feet, which is what we want again. But it is the perfect time to play the ball over the top to Heather Payne. You want her on the last defender, not further up the pitch where she is now. Stay high, stay up, be that outlet.
Shot from a long way out from Wojciechova. It was about 30 yards, just slices the left-footed volley well to the left and wide. So almost 10 minutes gone in the second half, and the Republic of Ireland trailing Slovakia by 1-0, and Ireland playing it around at the back and playing a risky game. Niamh Fahey almost put Louise Quinn in all sorts of trouble there. Ireland just about get away with it, and you've got to say Slovakia have been much the better team in this game.
They're playing much more quality football. They can play out from the goalkeeper, they can play into midfield, and they just look confident on the ball. So can Ireland. This is the frustrating part. We can play as well, but at the moment there just doesn't seem to be the confidence. Too many mistakes. They look off the pace completely.
Ball over on the Slovakian left-hand side as they attack down to our right. Drilled forward, Savannah McCarthy. Oh, she doesn't get there. There's another chance for Slovakia here. Brosnan's out quickly to the edge of the area. Had to be to clear it up towards the halfway line.
Well, it's something that Brosnan does really, really well, actually. She can anticipate the danger. She clears her lines really well.
Savannah McCarthy with more defending to do again. Ball is pulled back to Horvatova. She sends the crossing, gets past the first defender. Nifahi's down low to get her head on it. And then Ireland again played straight back to Slovakia and playing themselves into a bit of trouble. Good strength in there from Jamie Finn, who made that initial mistake. And again, the shot from distance. I think Slovakia realised the strength of the wind that's behind them and are happy enough to have a pop from a long way out. That one comes to nothing. Back into the arms of Brosnan, who sends it high and going route one, trying to catch the Slovakians out when they pressed plenty of players forward. But that was good control from Fischerova on the halfway line. However, she loses out to Denise O'Sullivan, out to Anya O'Gorman, who goes to ground and manages to get the free kick right on the halfway line over on the far side of the pitch. But Ireland are playing football, but in the wrong parts of the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, something needs to change here, Nathan. This half isn't long enough to continue this type of football. You've got Jamie Finn in the middle, who hasn't really had a touch on the ball.
Denise O'Sullivan just keeps it in play. No, she doesn't. It looked from here, we were a long way from over on that far side. Tried to keep it in on the end line and couldn't quite do it.
You've got Jamie Finn in the middle. She's not having the best of games, is she? You've got Katie McCabe out wide right, too far. She's too defensive. Switch them. Put Katie in the middle. Put Jamie on the left. She's played full-back before. She did a good job. We're not playing through the middle at all, and it's exactly where Slovakia are weak. Slovakia are trying to play out to the wide areas. You can see from here, they've no players in the centre.
Well, Ireland are going to make a change, I think. One of the substitutes has just been called back by Tom Ems as an offside flag goes up against Slovakia. And they need something. They need some inspiration. They need a bit of motivation.
Well, it looks like a midfielder. I think, if I can see
it is about
properly, it looks like Ciara Grant that might be coming on.
The Shell's midfielder preparing to come on and hopefully make an impact. Katie McCabe spins away down this left hand side, brings it to the edge here. Lovely ball in. Heather Payne, round one challenge. There for Denise O'Sullivan. The shot's blocked. Still a chance for Ireland though. Lucy Quinn goes back to Connolly. 25 yards down. Volley and a fine save from the keeper to push it behind for the goal kick. Best bit of play from Ireland in the second half, all started by Katie McCabe down this left hand side. The initial piece of skill to bring her around the first challenge, picked out the ball to Heather Payne, couple of blocks in there. Ireland patient build up, got it back to Megan Connolly, and it was a venomous strike from 25 yards out on the volley.
Lovely
and a good save
strike
from the keeper.
From Megan Connolly. She caught that really sweet. But it's the first time we've seen Ireland with a little bit of control. And it starts with Katie McCabe, of course. She looks up, really nice pass in, intelligent pass in to Heather Payne.
Corner kick over on the far side. The noise levels rising around Tala. Sent in by McCabe. Up goes Louise Quinn. I think she got her head on it, but just couldn't get enough power behind it. Slovakia clear over to the far side, and Jamie Finn gives it back to Katie McCabe again. Strong challenge from the Slovakian player who was already on the ground to take it off Katie McCabe. However, loses out to Finn, who can only just put it out of play for another throw into the Slovakians.
Yeah, a rugged performance from Slovakia. See, they're throwing themselves about. It's definitely not easy, and you know, I've spoken about it before, we have struggled against this team every time we've played them, to be quite honest. But when we do break them down, the floodgates do tend to open a little bit, and then the score can go from 2 to 4 easily. But we have to break them down, and that's the first time we've seen them broken down. From Katie's nice ball into Heather Payne, then a really nice pass in, great strike from Connolly.
Attendance in Tallaght tonight, 5,164. Strange scenario, as the FAI said they've sold 6,500 tickets. Just too cold.
It's very, very cold.
I hadn't noticed myself. An hour gone at Tallaght Stadium. Republic of Ireland 0, Slovakia 1. Ireland with a good chance there to get themselves level. You just feel if they can get that one goal, the confidence, the momentum, and the crowd behind them.
We can play out here. We can play out from the back. We've got 3v1, 3 Irish defenders back there that can get on the ball. Why are we kicking the ball long?
Well, Katie McCabe wasn't happy about it, having a right go, Courtney Brosnan. And Ireland as a result, have ended up giving the ball back to Slovakia, but they give it straight back into the Irish midfield again. And you just fear this is going to end up like Sweden, where the game plan will be stick Louise Quinn up front for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You really hope it doesn't come to that.
That's a very hard tackle from Niklijova on Connolly. Really difficult. It looked like a bit of a card for me. She come right through the back of her.
Should point out as well that both Slovakian fullbacks have been booked in this game. Ireland haven't really taken
we need to get at them. We need to get at them, absolutely.
So free kick to Ireland. It's just about 7-8 yards inside the half. Katie McCabe saying, give it to me, and she gets it. Floats it towards the back post, towards Louise Quinn, and again a strong header, and out it comes, and a smashed volley just over the top of the crossbar from Lucy Quinn. Took a deflection, sat up so invitingly for 20 yards out. Didn't need a second invitation to take on the shot, but out quickly with the Slovakians defenders.
Look how much space Lucy Quinn has at the edge of the area. Looked like it was going goal bound. It's actually a good deflection, good tackle, Slovakian players.
And Slovakian players brave in the tackle. Ireland goes short with the corner kick over in the far side. Back to Katie McCabe again. That's another dangerous ball in. Again, well dealt with. Out to Quinn. Quinn loops it back in somewhat aimlessly. Slovakian player under it. She'll get another opportunity. Lucy Quinn loses possession this time though, and Anya Gorman will have to scamper back on this near side where it'll be a throw in for the Republic of Ireland. I'm not quite sure what Lucy Quinn was trying to do there when the ball dropped her on the edge of the area this time. And Ireland will have to start again from inside their own half. Played up along the line from Finn, trying to release an Irish player. In behind was a mistake at the back, and Ireland will settle for the corner kick there as the pressure was put on from Lucy Quinn. And Ireland really starting to gain a little bit of momentum now into the 62nd minute and trailing by a goal to nil. McCabe goes down at the edge of the area. Play on, says the referee. Look, the sure foul as Ireland took the corner kick short. Chasing back is Heather Payne. Huge effort from Heather Payne to win the ball back in the halfway line. And it's getting a little bit fast and a little bit frantic as Ireland played up along the right-hand touchline.
How can the referee play on from now? It's a blatant foul on Katie McCabe.
Ball straight back with Slovakia again. And Mirova, and there's a stoppage now because there's a Slovakian player down and going to need a little bit of treatment on the halfway line, and an opportunity for them to just kill that Irish momentum.
Yeah, I think it's clever play from Slovakia, to be honest. But it needs to change. It needs to change for Ireland. We need to, again, saying the same thing. I sound like a broken record. Kate McCabe needs to play higher up. Whether that means switching Anya O'Gorman to the left side and bringing Jamie Finn back and going for a back four, do it, because she needs to play higher up. We need to get her on the ball. We need to start playing in the Slovakian defensive third, and we need to do it now.
So a bit of a break in play. It is the goal scorer, Cernovska, who is going off for a bit of treatment. Looks as though she's going to be okay to continue. So 63 minutes gone. Ireland have had a couple of chances in the second half, both volleys from the edge of the area, but they continue to trail Slovakia by a goal to nil. Throw in over the far side. Nice turn from O'Sullivan. Runs straight into a Slovakian player. Sent into the area by O'Gorman. Held up in the window. And again, Slovakia clear. They've been very, very strong defensively so far, the Slovakians.
Yeah, I mean, they just look a little bit sharper than Ireland. They're getting to the ball first. They're really, clipping at the Ireland's defenders' heels. They're not letting them have any space whatsoever. And when they do find space, they're just taking them down. They're just fouling them.
The ball played off Jamie Finn over on the far side, so it'll be another Slovakia throw-in. I think it's Slovakia who are going to make the first change, and all I did Martina Cernovska a disservice, because actually she's not going to be able to continue and is going to be replaced by the number 2, Laura Zembriova. So let's see what position she takes up. At the moment, looks as though it's going to be a like-for-like replacement. Ciara Grant still been spoken to, not quite ready to come on yet. Denise O'Sullivan on the edge of the tee. Here comes Katie McCabe into the area. McCabe with the shot! Katie McCabe with a big, big goal for the Republic of Ireland. They're right back in this. O'Sullivan with the assist. McCabe with the finish. A captain's goal from Katie McCabe. When her country needed her, Katie McCabe delivered, and Ireland are right back in it. 65 minutes gone. Ireland 1, Slovakia 1.
Absolutely pivotal goal for Kate McCabe. You can see here, great ball in from Denise O'Sullivan, and I know as soon as it's Kate McCabe on that ball, it's going to hit the back of the net. It's landing right on her left foot across the goalkeeper. Impossible for her to reach it.
Super Katie McCabe is the chant from the Tannoy system. Huge roar around Tallaght Stadium. Boy, did Ireland need that. Katie McCabe with her 11th international goal, and you just felt the second you saw it was Katie McCabe coming onto that ball, there was only going to be one result. But here comes Slovakia down the other end, and there was a little bit of space for Horvatova, the fullback, took the shot on from 25 yards, but got a little bit too much on it and straight over the top of the crossbar.
Well, this is where Ireland need to keep the momentum. They need to keep the pressure on Slovakia, keep the ball and not panic. Just keep the ball. There will be another opportunity for Ireland.
And here comes Denise O'Sullivan, takes too much out of it down on the left-hand side, but it's given straight to McCabe, who decides to just leave it and let it roll out of play for a throw-in. Huge goal. And Katie McCabe, I think, has a problem with a contact lens, maybe. But she's going to be okay to continue. Throws it to the edge of the area to Denise O'Sullivan, and back it goes towards Heather Payne. I think that might have been a little trick there, was it, from Katie McCabe?
Maybe
that she had a problem with a contact lens, because straight away Denise O'Sullivan ran down in behind the defenders and almost got away. But Ireland, well, that goal, I don't know if you can quite say it was coming. They were certainly building momentum in the previous 10 minutes.
Look at all they need is that little split second, just a chance, and that's what, you know, the disappointing thing is, because they never created that in the first half, and it has taken them up until, you know, the 65th minute to create it, whereas they could be 2-3-0 up if they did that in the first half.
Again, a throw-in taken quickly by Katie McCabe down this left-hand side, trying to squeeze it through for Heather Payne. However, Slovakia win it back. They would have come here tonight thinking a draw would probably be a good result. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach the final stages of this game. We're at the midway point of the second half, and right now it doesn't look as though Vera Pauw is thinking about making any changes.
Well, we can see Slovakia now under the cosh. They're playing with their 4 at the back, and they're 1 and then the 4, and it's really pushing them back. And it's exactly where we want to see Slovakia playing in their own half. We need to keep the pressure on. We need to keep tight in and around the ball, win the ball back quickly, and then just keep it.
Savannah McCarthy been chased down by the Slovakian forward and was trying to shepherd it out of play down there. The ball wasn't going to roll on though, and makes a bit of a mess of it in the end, and it goes out of play for a corner kick to Slovakia, which is exactly what they needed. So an Irish player is stripped and ready over on the far side.
Well, it looks like Rusha Littlejohn is going to come on, and she is a player that can keep the ball. She's the type of player that likes the ball to feet. She's a really technical player. Unless Vera Pauw is thinking, can we get the ball to her, get the ball to her feet and play in and around her.
Now Ireland have some defending to do. I think they'll wait till after this set piece to make the change. It is a corner kick. Just down to our right. The referee's not happy with the little bit of pushing and shoving that's going on in there. Zembarova and McCabe getting to know each other. Ball floated to the near post. Oh, brave header, and had to be made as well back there by Jamie Finn. Ireland have it with Payne down this left-hand side. Oh, simple ball to Connolly, didn't come off though, and Slovakia have it back again. However, stepping in is Payne, who's done a good job helping out her defensive midfield. And now there's acres of space that Denise O'Sullivan held on too long. The flag is up. Oh, if that pass was made half a second earlier, Lucy Quinn was clear through and goal.
She had acres of space, didn't she? But she just runs offside as well. Can she hold her line? She can see right across the line there. She's actually nearly coming from her own half, which would have made her onside.
Massive opportunity. I know it was on the halfway line when the offside flag went up, changes made, and Anya O'Gorman is the player who is going off, and Ruisha Littlejohn is the player coming on.
Yeah, Vera Pauw's going to try and get some consistency in that midfield, try and get a hold of the game in there. As I said before, Ruisha is very similar to Denise O'Sullivan. She likes to get on the ball. Very neat player.
Now here's Payne again, but pushed straight over there by Bartovikova, and it'll be a free kick to Ireland again. 70 minutes gone. Republic of Ireland 1, Slovakia 1. Katie McCabe with that crucial goal to equalise for Ireland 5 minutes ago, and it's going to be the Irish captain who'll take this free kick.
And Jamie Finn has moved over to right back where Anya has vacated, and then of course Ruisha's gone in and replaced Jamie Finn in midfield.
Free kick, very, very deep. It's just down below our commentary position here in the East Stand in Tala. It's about 10 yards inside the Slovakian half, but 10 yards in from the left-hand touchline. But Ireland...
This is the perfect opportunity for Katie to get on the left side and for them to pass it in.
Instead they go long. Louise Quinn has it, edge of the area. Little toe poke through, doesn't quite get there towards Niamh Fahey. Slovakia managed to clear and play it out again calmly along the ground. And then it's forward to the substitute Zembriova, but Katie McCabe, who is the deepest player, does manage to get across and clear it out of play for a throw-in. Certainly trying to do the right thing every time they get it, Slovakia. Rarely hoofing it long, confident to play it around inside their own half.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really disrupted them when they had to make that substitution, when Skornikova had to come off. She's a pivotal player for them.
She was the goal scorer as well for Slovakia right at the start of this second half. There was a decent ball in there from the left-hand side. It was a right-footed in-swinging cross, and again I think maybe the wind just caught it and confused everybody, but thankfully for Ireland, rolls out of play on this near side. Ireland thinking about playing it out from the back, but I think Brosnan is going to go long.
I think this player here, Madakova, number 19 for Slovakia, is probably one of their important players. She tends to follow Katie McCabe wherever, and it's quite clever because when Katie goes higher up the pitch, Madakova tends to cheat a little bit and not follow her, and there's a lot of space behind Katie, and that's actually how they scored the goal. She got through and then she put in a lovely ball.
Well, the referee waited about 5 or 6 seconds before giving the free kick against Savannah McCarthy. I think it was a clear free kick for a foul on Zembriova, but McCarthy's having a word with the referee, Katie McCabe, who never stops talking and giving her teammates an earful, tells her to get back into position. Free kick on this right hand side, floated into the area, free header, save from Brosnan. Well, the Irish defence left the Slovakian attacker all free and easy 10 yards out. Header at the near post, and Courtney Brosnan makes a good save.
Oh, there's so much space at the back post. It's not like Ireland to do this, not like Ireland to leave. It looks like Niamh Fahey might have lost her for that split second, but really good save from Courtney Brosnan, really important save.
Alex Barova's header, and Brosnan again makes a good save, and the referee hands out a yellow card to somebody. There's about 10 players in there. Is it the substitute or is it Katie McCabe?
I think it looks like Katie McCabe.
There's about a dozen players camped around Courtney Brosnan. It's a bit like the Royal Rumble in there. The corner kick awaits over on the far side. Referee keeping a close eye on everything that's happening. Was a yellow card for Katie McCabe. 74 minutes gone. Corner kick to Slovakia, and eventually it's going to be taken. Whipped into the near post. Ireland have enough players there, and there's a high boot in there as well on Jamie Finn, who stays down. Her teammates, you can see, concerned straight away.
Well, the referee seems to be quite tough on the Irish players and then quite lenient on the Slovakian players. The Slovakia are making really professional fouls all over the pitch, and they're not getting booked for it.
Oh, mistake at the back, mistake at the back. Oh, somehow kept out. Oh, what a goal line clearance from Louise Quinn. Republic of Ireland, an absolute disaster at the back. Courtney Brosnan on the edge of her 6-yard box took a heavy touch. It fell to the Slovakian player 12 yards out, trying to side-foot it into what looked like an empty net, but out of nowhere, Louise Quinn arrived. I don't know how much she knew about it.
Well,
hit her back foot and somehow goes wide for a corner.
Lucky she's the length that she is, because when she did go forward, she literally covered the goal line. What a great tackle from Louise Quinn.
Wow, what a mistake at the back though. Reminiscent and very similar to Gavin Bazunu against Portugal when Cristiano Ronaldo got the penalty.
I thought you were going to say something about me, which you could have, by the way.
I'm going to go with the more recent, the more relevant one, you know.
And the safer one. Oh, that's an insult as well.
But it was a horror show for Courtney Brosnan. Just a heavy touch on the edge of her 6-yard box, and Slovakia will feel they should be in front. And really, it's just pure damn luck that Ireland remain level in this game with 15 minutes to go. Well, they will be blessed to get out of this one with a victory. One of those nights you just want to get the 3 points and move on and never think about it again, because it has not been pretty. Still 1-1, but now Slovakia, having withstood that Irish pressure after the equaliser, probably back on the front foot again.
No, it's been a bit of a disaster, to be quite honest, and they just haven't gotten out of the box. Ireland just look like they haven't had the confidence. They're second to balls. They're not as quick, they're not as sharp. It's very strange. Sometimes the pressure does get to them, and we spoke about this. They are under pressure tonight to win, and it's something that they don't find themselves in that position very often.
Slovakia pressed right up, and Ireland have won it back, but they're getting in each other's way. And then Jamie Finn misplaces a pass, and Risha Littlejohn can't win the ball back either, and again it's a Slovakian player who emerges with the ball in their space down that left-hand side to get across in. 3 Slovakian players waiting for it inside the area. They go short, heavy touch though, and that allows Niamh Fahey to clear for a throw-in. But if Ireland do go on and get a match winner, no matter who scores it, I think everybody will be going straight to Louise Quinn at full time, because that clearance, if Ireland end up qualifying for the World Cup, we'll be looking back on that in a couple of years' time
that's
when
the
we're
game
on Bondi
changer.
Beach thinking, thank you, Louise.
I'll be sipping my cocktail. This is for Louise. But in all seriousness though, Ireland really need to have a look at themselves. We're talking about Ireland's development. Is this the time for Ireland? Is it their moment? But you have to be able to control a game against a bottom seed, one of the bottom seeds. You have to be able to control it. Even if they win here tonight with 3 points, has there been a moment in this game where Ireland looked like they've been very comfortable and on top of the game?
Well, the post-mortem will not be pretty if Ireland can't get a goal over the next 12 minutes. There's obviously another game coming on Tuesday, but there were question marks about Vera Pauw coming into this. Are we at a stage, if Ireland don't win this, where there's serious questions about her future as Ireland manager?
I think so. I think there has to be questions, because they've got to a certain point. They have the players. We've seen that they can do it. I want to know the tactics for tonight. What are the tactics? Is it to play through midfield? Is it to play to Heather Payne's feet, or over the top? What are the tactics tonight? Because we haven't seen them playing through midfield once.
Slovakia through the air again. Quinn, big performance from her in the heart of that Irish defence. Out it comes to this near side to Horvatova, plays it low to the edge of the area. Connolly didn't get enough on that. Trying to help out then is Littlejohn, drilled in, lovely ball, almost too much pace on it though for the Slovakian player, arriving at pace into the area. Mirova, and it just pops off her chest, and well, better control there, and there was another opportunity for Slovakia, and there is a storm of brewing in Tala, and unfortunately it's a storm of brewing in the Slovakian favour.
It's just too easy though. They're just standing off the players, allowing them to look up and pick their passes. It's not like the Irish team that we're accustomed to, and I really feel like something needs to change here. Something needs to change up top. Heather Payne's done an amazing job, but Lucy Quinn hasn't been in the game. We haven't seen Lucy Quinn on the ball in the last 10 minutes.
Noise rises as Payne has it on the left-hand side. Looks for support. McKay makes a run in front. She has to go back to McCarthy. Goes down off the ball. Referee says play on. Ball ricochets back into Payne's path. Now, McCabe has space down this left-hand side, brings it towards the end line, sends a dangerous ball in, just over the head though of Littlejohn, and Slovakia have numbers back again and should be able to clear their lines through the legs of Littlejohn. Over to the left-hand side it goes, Morova up along the line, and Louise Quinn will pick it up on the halfway line. And again, the second Katie McCabe gets on the ball, you know Absolutely. There's going to be some quality.
Yeah, but look
since
what
that
happens.
equaliser, it hasn't happened enough.
Look what happens when she has players near her as well. I mean, even when she's isolated, you expect something to happen. But Katie is an excellent player, linking up play also. Can we get the ball to the left-hand side and give her support also? Something's going to happen.
10 minutes to go. Ireland 1, Slovakia 1. McCarthy, oh, she's given it away. Long way from goal though, under no great pressure. Skips around the one challenge. Here comes Slovakia. This could be the chance for them. The shot from distance is ambitious, is sliced. It was a really, really bad option, you got to say, from the Slovakian player, Madavikova. She had an option in front in the substitute in Zemberova, but looked a little bit tired there. Took the wrong option, but again, Savannah McCarthy, these are basic errors that Ireland are making.
It's a problem. Our basic errors. You just said that Matakova looked a little bit tired. Savannah looked a little bit tired with that pass as well. You know, it's just not good enough. They need to up their game. They need to pick it up.
And Slovakia with space in midfield. Ireland been run ragged in the midfield throughout this game. Connolly and O'Sullivan. Hard to remember a match in recent times where they've made such little impression on us. Ireland eventually get the free kick. Heather Payne's been good in the second half. She's sort of covered a lot deeper than she wanted though.
She's battling through there. I'd like to know the numbers on how many times Heather Payne has been absolutely floored, to be quite honest. And she's done an amazing job defensively as well.
Well, the heartbreak of the defeat to Ukraine in the last campaign was one that has stung for a long time with these Irish players. This is not a game we want to be talking about in a year, 18 months, as one that ultimately cost the Republic of Ireland, but it could well be. They need to do something over the next 8 or 9 minutes, but Slovakia again probably are looking the more likely to score. Ireland win it back in midfield. Denise O'Sullivan plays it behind Payne.
That's twice Denise O'Sullivan has been fouled in the last 30 seconds, and the ref hasn't given her one.
You were calling for Kyra Carusa in the first half. Haven't seen her yet. Is that the change that Vera Pauw needs to make?
I think so. I believe so. I think she's the perfect hold-up player. She should come on instead of Lucy Quinn, and she can work with Heather Payne up there. Get the ball to Kyra Carusa's feet, and she will keep the ball. She's a clever player.
Slovakian ball into the area, headed clear by Fahy, and Fahy wins the second challenge as well, and it's a crunching challenge in there as Niamh Fahy. Her first header wasn't the greatest, straight to the Slovakian attacker, but she was brave to get in there and win the second ball. Storm Vankova desperate to get on the end of that, and it's a free kick to the Republic of Ireland inside their own penalty area, and Ireland are going to make another change, and the player who's going to come on is the player you were calling for, Kyra Caruso. Handball is the shout, handball is the referee's decision. Free kick to the Republic of Ireland midway inside the Slovakian half.
Yeah, I think it needed to happen 15 minutes ago, but it's happening. Here's Kyra Caruso. As I spoke earlier, I spoke about her, absolutely brilliant at holding up the play. Might bring a little bit of control into the game. She's got literally 8 minutes to do it, but let's see what she can do.
So, free kick is about 35 yards out. It is just to the right of centre for the Republic of Ireland. Again, Katie McCabe's having a good look at it. So too Megan Connolly. Centre halves have all gone forward to the edge of the area. What are Ireland going to try and come up with? 6 minutes left, 1-1. It's Katie McCabe. Again, the little floater in there. Louise Quinn trying to barge her way through to get on the end of it. Can't do so though. And Slovakia clearing as far as Roisha Littlejohn. Little pass through the legs, gets it back again. Littlejohn down this left-hand side for Ireland. Going to take on the defender and bring it to the end line. Gets across into the near post, all the way across the 6-yard box. Flying in was Louise Quinn. Just couldn't get there with Denise O'Sullivan. Will pick it up over on the far side and keep it in play. Has support over there as well from Katie McCabe. Squeezes it through the legs and it comes back to Megan Connolly. Whips a first-time ball in. Fahy goes up. Keeper doesn't claim it. Referee has a look. Doesn't blow the whistle. But Slovakia managed to clear. Sent back in again to the edge of the area. Ireland now going to go out all guns blazing, throwing everybody forward, but they need to be careful on the counter. It looks like another handball by the substitute. It is, and it'll be another free kick for Ireland. Similar position, maybe a couple of yards further out.
Great pressure from Ireland, and great play from Ruesha Littlejohn there. She just gets on the ball, a little bit of calmness, nice little step over, and great ball across the goal. And again, good pressure from Niamh Fahey on the goalkeeper. The first time we've put her under pressure, the first time we've tested her, and she wasn't up for the challenge.
Again, it'll be McCabe. Savannah Mccarthy looking for it. Again, a bit more pace on it this time. McCarthy goes up, cleared to the edge of the area. Slovakian player down. Out it comes to Littlejohn again on this left-hand side, but the referee blows her whistle because there's a head injury for the Slovakian player, and, well, call me cynical, stayed down straight away. And it means that Ireland, who were in a strong attacking position with strong momentum as well, are going to have to try and regroup. And Louise Quinn gathers her players in the middle of the pitch for one last effort in the final 5 minutes of the game. There was nothing really in that tackle at all on the Slovakian player.
Well, it wasn't a head injury, was it? Because there was no collision there with her head. I'm not sure why the referee stopped that.
And staying down as well. As we look at the cross that was made by Madavikova, who is the player down, receiving treatment. It was her cross for the goal for Cernovska right at the start of the second half. Katie McCabe equalised on 65 minutes. Drilled effort from inside the area with her left foot. There have been chances for both sides, the best of them for Slovakia, I'd have to say, where Ireland got away with murder playing around inside their own area, and Louise Quinn somehow managed to clear off the line. Slovakia are going to make another change, and you can apologise to Madavikova, who's having to go off with her injury.
Is that the case? She's going off with her injury. Yes.
She is going off, yes. She's gone behind the goal, and Slovakia make a change, and on in her place comes Panikova. Ireland take it quickly. They ain't giving that ball back, and why would they? And Caruso putting pressure on, and they managed to get the corner kick down this left-hand side. Everyone going forward. All the centre-backs are up once again. Cross quickly to take the corner is Katie McCabe. The 5,000 at Tallaght Stadium desperately want an Irish goal. It'll be huge in this qualification campaign. Corner kick sent in, drilled in, but Irish players had to be backpedaling to get it. Littlejohn out to McCabe. McCabe just about keeps it in play. Close down quickly. Has support there if she wants it from Littlejohn. Chooses not to use it. She needs to do something though, Katie McCabe, and eventually loses possession. Hesitated a little bit too long, and the ball is cleared by Slovakia, and Jamie Finn will pick it up back inside her own half. McCabe's in acres of space on this near side. She wasn't spotted though. It's sent down the other side instead. Headed forward by Slovakia. Megan Connolly gets it back to Finn. Ireland need to be careful now. They've pushed a lot of players forward and down this near side. Slovakia have players over as well, and they could maybe come in on the counter-attack and really kill off Ireland tonight. And here they come, and this could be the opportunity. Himrova hesitated slightly, sends it into the area, still not clear by Ireland. Eventually Ruesha Littlejohn volleys it out of play.
Oh, it's end-to-end stuff here, but Ireland just look like they're hesitating. They can't afford to hesitate when they're defending in the area. They need to clear their lines, but you're right, Slovakia on the counter. There was a lot of space down the left-hand side. Just need Savannah just to cover off over this space.
Ireland need to get it forward, and need to get it forward quickly. Need to get bodies forward quickly as well if they do win back possession. Slovakia have it. Horvatova, 30 yards out, takes the shot from distance. It was dipping, but it dips over the top of the crossbar. A minute left.
This could be the last opportunity for Ireland to salvage something from this game. I mean, a point is not good enough.
It's not a killer blow by any means, but it certainly means the momentum from the victory against Finland is gone, and is the type of result that means you're probably going to have to go and beat Finland again here in Tallaght next year.
Without a doubt, and I think they're going to have to get something from the Swedish game. We can't depend on these results. They should be going in to Christmas 3 points ahead of Finland, putting pressure on Finland instead of giving them, confidence to come here.
McCabe, of course, is the one who wins it back, driving through, draws the foul. How much injury time? There's been a couple of stoppages for treatment for Slovakian players. We'd love to see a 5 go up in the board, I think. Free kick is inside the Irish half. They want to take it quickly. The referee wants to book the substitute, Zembriova. And that just slows it down. It is a 5 that goes up. 5 minutes of injury time. 5 minutes for Ireland to steal a victory at the end of this game. Sent long from McCarthy. Out it comes to McCabe on this near side. 3 Irish players in the area. Sent in at real pace. Bobbling around. Half-hearted appeals for a penalty kick. Out it comes to Niamh Fahey. Back she goes to the halfway line to Louise Quinn. Louise Quinn drives it forward again towards Caruso, but there's nobody up with Kyrie Caruso, and she puts the pressure on and manages to prevent the clearance and turn it out of play for a throw-in deep inside the Slovakian half to the visitors. But Ireland, when they get the ball forward, need to have more players up there helping out as well. She was too isolated, Caruso.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be in the air. It can be on the ground, it can be wide, where we've got all of the joy from in this game, down the sides.
As it stands, Ireland would be 4th in the table, level on points with Slovakia, 2 points behind Finland, but with a game in hand, thanks to that victory in Helsinki. Oh, Marusha Littlejohn with a little bit of skill, needed that. There's a Slovakian player down. Ireland can't afford to kick it out of play. This ain't the time for sportsmanship. Over on the far side of the pitch, the referee eventually blows the whistle so the Slovakian player can receive a bit of treatment. Slowly but surely she'll pick herself up off the ground. 90 seconds of the 5 minutes of injury time gone.
That just oozes confidence, doesn't it? Marusha Littlejohn playing in the back line and nutmegging a Slovakian player.
I don't know if Ireland deserve to win this game, but quite frankly, I don't think anybody cares right now. Free kick, midway inside the half, right over on the right-hand touchline. It is Katie McCabe again, drills it through the air. Quinn goes up. Oh, it's just not the connection she needed and too physical with the goalkeeper, says the referee. The goalkeeper stays down. Free kick to Slovakia. And again, was there much in it? Maybe Quinn just caught her a little bit late.
Well, it was actually a good clearance from the goalkeeper. She actually did quite well to get up. But I imagine there is a little bit of time wasting here. I mean, we know all about time wasting as well.
Vera Pauw on her seat, looks nervous, and she knows what's at stake over the next 2.5 minutes. A gigantic setback for the Republic of Ireland.
I mean, Slovakia have never beaten us. That's, you know, it's incredible, really, considering the standard that.
This well?
No, to be fair, they haven't. This is the best Slovakian team I've ever played, and especially in the first half, they were popping that ball around like they were Barca. But Ireland definitely could have capitalised, and they definitely haven't played to their full potential, have they?
Now Finn driving forward again. Oh, surely fouled in the middle of the pitch, but no, play on, says the referee. As Slovakia comes, well, Ireland, a point is still important. It still gives them that advantage over Finland, so they can't afford to lose it. They win it back over there. Payne still scrapping away on the far side, just not strong enough though. Slovakia win it back. It's really helter-skelter stuff at the moment. Nobody can get control of the ball, but it's with Slovakia and it's in the Irish half. Ball sent to the edge of the area. Slovakian player gets there ahead of Louise Quinn. Back they go again. Slovakia have possession. They want to steal this if they can at all and come away with all 3 points. It'd be a huge victory for them. Remember, ranked well below the Republic of Ireland. They have it. It's sent to the back post. Got to win that. Niamh Fahey does win back. Can they keep it in play before it goes out of play for the corner kick? They can. Jamie Finn over on the far side. Last minute of injury time. Played straight out of play though by Finn. And it's a throw into Slovakia. And that, you feel, is that from a Republic of Ireland point of view in terms of trying to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, we speak about Slovakia and never having won here, but they are playing nice football.
Oh, it's not over yet, but it's given away yet again. Caruso. Payne has it just inside the Irish half. It's put out of play for a throw into Ireland on the halfway line. 30 seconds left. Ireland look all out of energy and steam at this stage though. not committing too many players forward. And again, Jamie Finn for the second time in 30 seconds plays it straight out of play. Hasn't been one of the better nights for Jamie Finn. And a throw in Slovakia.
This is the thing, too many players have underperformed tonight. And I'm sure they'd be very honest about that and tell you that themselves, that they just haven't been at the races tonight. And it's when you need them. This is when you need your players to step up. It's not against Sweden. It's against Finland, for sure. But mainly it's against Slovakia, this team here tonight.
There goes the final whistle. Huge disappointment for the Republic of Ireland. Unquestionably 2 points dropped in this crucial World Cup qualifier. But to be honest, it could have been worse. The Republic of Ireland have not performed tonight. It is finished. Ireland won, Slovakia won. It was Slovakia who took the lead right at the start of this second half. Černošková with a close range finish. The Irish captain, Katie McCabe, with a big goal to equalise 20 minutes into the second half. It really could have gone either way though in the closing stages. Slovakia came closest to winning it. A bad mistake at the back from the Irish keeper Courtney Brosnan, but she was saved by a desperate lunge for a goal line's clearance for Louise Quinn. Ireland, their fate is still in their own hands thanks to that victory against Finland, but this will go down as a huge opportunity missed. Plenty of analysis to come on all our social channels, but here in Tallaght, it's finished. The Republic of Ireland won, Slovakia won.
Football on Off the Ball.
With Sky. Come on, you girls in green. Good luck to the Ireland women's football team in their upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
Hi, Teresa Mannion here with a road safety alert for fog. When driving in fog, use your fog lights, slow down and drive with caution. Open your window when stopped at a junction and listen out for traffic. Don't forget to turn off your front and rear fog lights when fog clears. Visit rsa.ie from the Road Safety Authority.
It's here. The Black Friday sale at Harvey Norman. Don't wait. Get Black Friday discounts today. Save €160 on the Samsung 8kg washing machine with 5-year warranty. Now only $439. Or get the Sage Barista Express Espresso coffee machine. Now $569. Save €80. And at Harvey Norman, we're matching all competitors' Black Friday prices, so why shop anywhere else? Now's the time to buy, in-store or online. The Harvey Norman Black Friday sale.
As Ireland adjusts to a new way of working, HuntOffice.ie is primed to support your needs. From basic office supplies to an extensive range of workplace essentials and office furniture, we've got you covered. Working from home? No problem. With next-day nationwide delivery, you can order all of your office products online from the safety and comfort of your home office. Is your office just getting back to work? You'll find everything you need at HuntOffice.ie. Serving Ireland's business community for over 21 years. HuntOffice.ie.
Arnott's Christmas Mega is now on, and it's too big to contain. With 20% off almost everything. Something this mega won't stick around for long. Arnott's Christmas Mega must end Monday. See arnotts.ie for details.
Deck the halls this Christmas with totally unlimited Air Fibre broadband. Our strongest, most reliable broadband connection. Straight to the heart of your home. For just $34.99 a month, stream the latest movies, game to your heart's content, and download your favourite music. With Ireland's #1 broadband provider. Call 1-800-500-300, go in store, or visit air.ie. Air. Let's make possible. Subject to availability. Pricing refers to Air Gigabit Fibre 150 meg. For full terms and conditions, go to air.ie/gigabit fibre.
James, you've gotten so big.
You have less hair than before.
Many parents would give anything to have their kids making a show of them in front of the neighbours, but they'll be spending this Christmas in hospital. Every donation to Children's Health Foundation provides vital funds that help get kids back to being kids. Donate now at childrenshealth.ie.
Looking for new ways to reward your staff and customers this Christmas? Then surprise them with a Lidl corporate gift card. Use on everyday essentials, middle aisle specials, and treats from our Christmas deluxe range. Plus, if you spend over €3,000, you'll get a big discount on your cards. Contact our corporate gift team at lidl.ie/corporate gift cards.
The best prices guaranteed at the Harvey Norman Black Friday sale. Now on.
Hi, Teresa Mannion here with some advice about the dangers of sun glare. You may not think it, but sunshine can create extremely dangerous driving conditions. Sun glare can be intensified if your windscreen is dirty or greasy, or if it's been raining. Keep the inside of your screen clean, use windshield washer fluid, and check your wipers. Keep sunglasses in your car and be extra vigilant coming out of junctions and around bends. If you're dazzled by sun glare, slow down and be prepared to stop. From the Road Safety Authority.
Football on Off the Ball.
With Sky. Come on, you girls in green. Good luck to the Ireland women's football team in their upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
Here comes Katie McCabe into the area. McCabe with the goal! Katie McCabe with a big, big goal for the Republic of Ireland. They're right back in this. O'Sullivan with the assist. McCabe with the finish. A captain's goal from Katie McCabe. When her country needed her, Katie McCabe delivered, and Ireland are right back in it. An important point for the Republic of Ireland, but really they could have done with all three tonight in Tallaght. The Republic of Ireland won, Slovakia won, is how it finished. They couldn't add to that Katie McCabe equaliser over the final 25 minutes. The result means that Ireland's fate, but still a long way to go in this qualification campaign, is still in their own hands. They are 2 points behind Finland with a game in hand after that victory in Finland. But the feeling coming into this double-header against Slovakia tonight and Georgia on Tuesday is that Ireland should take all 6 points, and that will put them in pole position to, at the very least, get a playoff for the World Cup finals and maybe qualify for a major tournament for the first time. Emma Byrne has been alongside me on commentary. That was a major letdown, Emma.
Yeah, it was, and we were just discussing this after the game. It's not so much the result. I mean, they get a point, they go on, it's not all over, but for me it's the performance. We're expecting a little bit more from Ireland. We've seen them play. Sweden was different, we saw a defensive display. But this was one of the first times that they were going to be able to impact a game, play their type of football, and control the game. And we definitely didn't see that for hardly any moments of the game tonight.
Was that down to the system or the individual performances?
I think it was down to the individual performances a lot. I mean, you'd players there that normally at top level stand out, and they just weren't at the races tonight. They were losing balls, first touches, it was bouncing off them. They didn't look up, they didn't, there was no intricate passing. Everything was up, try and push it over the top for Heather Payne, and it just wasn't working, and they didn't seem to know what else to do with it.
Slovakia have been tough opponents for both Sweden and Finland, but they both ground out victories in their games. Georgia, with the team comfortably the weakest in the group, was always going to be a must-win, but suddenly there's a lot of pressure going into that game.
No, there's a lot of pressure, and not only that, they'll be completely deflated because they were expecting to win. The players were expecting to win here tonight as well, and then go and play Georgia, the easier team, and put an end to the year on a high. This is going to be a massive black spot, black cloud over them. They're going into Christmas having drawn when they should have gotten 3 points, and they should be ahead of Finland in the table. And it's just inviting more pressure onto themselves for after Christmas.
Emma, great stuff as always. Thanks for joining us tonight. Australia feels a long way away right now, but we'll get there eventually. It's finished. The Republic of Ireland won, Slovakia won here. More analysis to come from Emma on her social channels. I'm sure we'll hear from Vera Pauw and Katie McCabe as well. But up next on the Football Show, it's John Giles.
Football on Off the Ball.
With Sky. Come on, you girls in green. Good luck to the Ireland women's football team in their upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
Listen in the car with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on the News Talk app. Powered by Go Loud.
Hi, Teresa Mannion here with some advice about the dangers of sun glare. You may not think it, but sunshine can create extremely dangerous driving conditions. Sun glare can be intensified if your windscreen is dirty or greasy, or if it's been raining. Keep the inside of your screen clean, use windshield washer fluid, and check your wipers. Keep sunglasses in your car, and be extra vigilant coming out of junctions